Oh, hi, you guys, and welcome. Welcome to the premiere of Ravenloft. Now, if you guys are here already, I'm guessing you already know these links, but let's share them anyway. There we go. There is the social links. That's Discord, where we discuss art, we discuss D&D, we talk about rules, we talk about character development. Yeah, you guys in chat, let's have more fan art in chat in Discord, please, especially in the D&D one shots. If you guys have got like little sketches, like Charlie did a brilliant little sketch of our one shot yesterday, and it made me so happy today. So happy. So please don't be afraid to share them with us. We'd love to see them. Really, really would love to. Twitter. If you want to play a game, get on Twitter, send me a message, and I'll get you in the game. Um, Twitter is amazing for D&D. So if you're not on Twitter already, get on Twitter. It's advised. And YouTube, I am up to speed with all of my one-shots, I think, except for the ones which are over 12 hours because they just suck and I can't get the thing to work. But there you go. If you guys want to consider supporting me, if you didn't know, I have a Patreon where I get regular income, which helps me create stable income. And I also do merch. Stump in chat, he has a Academy t-shirt from the Academy session that he DM'd. What is it, proudly on Twitter. We also do the Scrat Hyper mode in there as well, so it's good stuff. Sorry, so thirsty. Okay, I think that's all of the me bits done. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go and get the guys, shall we? Oh, hi, you guys. You're live.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Kiana, how do you want to do this? Do you want me to do introductions, or do you want to just take it away?
Let's do some introductions first, because
Okay.
we've got quite the intro to the game. Trust me.
Kiana's evil. It is known. Um, okay. So we will go round then in camera order. You guys are probably familiar with Kiana and me already. So we may be familiar with some of these faces as well. Welcome to the channel, Castle Mac Sean.
Hey, thanks. I'm so stoked to be here. I've been a fan of both of you, so I'm excited to do a one-off in Ravenloft. But for anybody who doesn't know, I just finished some time on the Greyhawk channel, and then I stream with my wife and best friends playing live play D&D in person in a basement, classic style.
As it should be.
Beautiful. Old school. All these theatre lights and everything. God damn it. Fantastic. Well, welcome to the channel and thanks for coming along.
Oh, thanks.
And next up we have Cation. Welcome to the channel, Cation. I hope I'm saying that right.
That's perfect.
Fantastic.
Keishan. Yeah, glad I'm here. So I'm Keishan. I've met the channel through a friend of mine who's with me on another D&D community that I play and DM on. And I saw all the fun that Scratch was doing, so I thought, why not join a game? And one-offs is I actually play not enough, and one-offs is one of the things that I think might be most interesting because you can almost go all out, right?
Yeah, indeed. And hey, Kiana takes no prisoners, so you know, bear that in mind, everyone. Um, Next up, we have. We'll leave you to last, Kiana. You're going to do the whole intro thing anyway. So, next up, we have Kyle, or Stalwart Initiative, or Stalwart Geek, or many other names.
Yes, old stalwart. Hey, I'm Kyle, and back again for the second inaugural episode for this series. So I'm excited to see the transition from Twisted Towers to Ravenloft. See how Kiana is planning on taking complete mercy on us in Ravenloft. So that's going to be fun, and see what you two have concocted this time. And hopefully no more goblin deaths. That was tragic last time. That was
Oh, poor Grak.
beloved. Yeah, but so beloved.
Poor Grak. And last but most certainly not least, we welcome Nick Andre to the show. Is Nick Andre or Andres, or how do I pronounce that?
It's Andries. It's actually, everyone assumes it's French. I'm told it's a contraction from the Dutch Van Andersen, and I like that, and so I go with that. And so Nick Andries, Nick Van Andersen, either way, that's supposed to be my pen name.
Do you want the actual pronunciation of that in Dutch?
Sure.
Van Andersen.
Van Andersen.
Yes. That's if you say it's Dutch, then that's the way it should be pronounced, right?
That's the family legend.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So I realized that I've done the whole welcome thing and I didn't ask anyone anything about their characters. So I'll kick us off. I'm playing a dwarf. He's not too bright. He's a little slow. But you know, he works real hard. He ended up in he ended up in Ravenloft with his husband. And well, I'm trying to catch up with me and Kiana were text-based role-playing his intro, and we're sort of halfway through, so I guess I'll just leave that to Kiana. It's not looking good. So we'll go back around in the same order, you guys. Just give us a quick rundown of your character. That'd be awesome.
All right. Well, I'm playing Stavros, a storm barbarian. He's from Barovia in Ravenloft. He's from the far northwest near Kresk, where his tribes have kept to the woods, tried to keep their heads down so they don't get the ire of the dictator and leader of Barovia. But a few run-ins with some werewolves. He's just kind of an outlander. His people have spread out. They've had a number of horrors, but after this, he's now seeking out something else that I'm sure we'll get into.
Okay. I guess I'm up then. I'm playing Keishan, a shadow monk, a Gitzerai shadow monk from the Shadowfell, where I spent my time usually in a monastery and defending the borders and other kinds of weird interplanar locations from mind flayers and other nasty shit. And I've been sent out after something that I've been seeing in my dreams. So they sent out for me to find out what was going on.
I'm playing Ogden Mimbley, and he's a human. He's very, very old. He's almost 80, pushing on 80 now. And he's actually been having these dreams since his beloved Abby, his Abigail, his wife, showed up in another one shot under the control of a vampire. Now she's been dead for a few years, so it's made me kind of wonder what she's doing, running about after being dead. It's not clear, but that, I had these nightmares, and all of a sudden, poof, I'm here, and I'm anxious to see if I can find out what happened to her. Mm-hmm.
That doesn't ring any bells at all. Nope.
Yeah.
My friends, I am Videllin, the Red Mage. I come from a far-off land, the Akum Mountains in Zendikar. I am very used to dealing with supernatural evil from out of this realm. I very much hope that is not what we are dealing with here. I would like a vacation, a nice break from my usual travels.
Well, Kiana. With some
Well,
trepidation, I hand over.
Well, welcome, dear adventurers and spectators, to the world of Ravenloft. We enter into a world of shadows that lies between planes surrounded by mists. Several realms exist in this land, each as dark and unspeakably evil as the last. Ravenloft is not kind to those who wish to be heroes, making them face death in the forms of lethal monstrosities, twisted people, and the darkness that lies within each of them. But today, our mist draw our eyes to one particular land. Here, the mist have a will of their own, and have drawn our adventurers to one particular realm, where they are faced in front of a gate to a large mansion long abandoned. So, before we begin to get into this adventure, you must know that each of these adventures have been having a strange, reoccurring nightmare. These nightmares consist of them waking up in front of a strange, abandoned mansion, in some way or another having to battle with a great and terrible foe. Although if they try to remember what this foe looks like, they can never quite grasp it. Somehow the mists in their travels have brought them here, as they all converge, strangers to each other, but with this one shared experience of recurring nightmares, to this one place that they all seem in some way to recognize. The green mist part as our party stands before the gate. What do all of you do?
I'm gonna turn my attention to this very strange looking fellow over here. I mean, this looks all familiar, but I look over and I see the Githzerai, and I'm very off put.
You see me with a quarterstaff along my neck, with my arms relaxed over it. See me look to the side. Is there anything I can help you with, friend? Do you have any idea of this place we arrived at?
Nope. No, I don't.
And you, my friends, what is your purpose here?
I'll walk out of the mist holding my large axe with my wool cape on. I'm sure that all of you are not from here, but I am. I don't know this mansion, but if you're new here, welcome to your own personal hell.
I look around where I'm at and what's around me. Besides these people and the mist I'm coming out of.
All right, so the mist, particularly here, seem to be fairly dense, and they seem to be fairly clinging close to the grounds of this estate, through which you can see through the barred metal of the gate you are standing in front of. There is a pathway that leads up to this house. It's about 2 or 3 stories tall. You can tell that nobody has been in here for a very long time. Above you, there seems to be a faint gleam of perhaps sunlight behind the clouds. It is very difficult to tell, but it's this kind of gray, depressing feeling. For those of you who are not native to Ravenloft, you can feel the land weigh on you.
Welcome to a sunny day in Barovia. I'll start setting down through the path.
I actually adjust my eyes a bit because I'm usually used to a little bit more darkness than this, being from the Shadowfell. It's quite sunny indeed. This is quite enjoyable, I agree. With a big smile on my face.
Probably off in the mist a little way amongst the trees, you'll hear. Is that a red wart, or is it a stalwart? It's
Is someone dying over there? Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you help me?
I'll walk up to see who the hell is needing help.
I'm on a kind of mission. I need to pick some damned mushrooms, but I don't know what the hell these are. Can you identify them for me?
Which mushrooms do you mean?
I'm supposed to get a redwort.
That is not something I know anything of. And I look behind me with big question marks in my eyes, and I point backwards. This guy is crazy. This guy. Do you have any idea what this guy needs?
Master Dwarf, I don't know if you'll find those mushrooms here. I wouldn't trust it even if you did.
What about Wolfbane?
Wolfsbane you might find. That you very well might find.
Look.
Worry not, my troubled friend. If there is any way we can assist you in your endeavor, rest assured that we shall. I look to the others, right?
Of course.
Motivated little fella.
I have strange needs.
Oh my.
I would. I prefer not to tell you at all, but damn it, I need help. And I don't know where to find any of these things. He pulls out a bit of paper and sort of addresses it. And he just goes, I need a wood sliver of an unholy cross. I don't even know what that is.
What do you need this for?
My husband's sick.
Have you tried bringing him to a proper cleric or paladin of any sort?
You'll find little of those here, my friend. There are only a few, and you'll find them only in cities, and even then, their medicine works so little.
I found someone who's trying to help. He gave me this shopping list.
What else is on your list, my friend? We'll try to help your husband.
A sprig of wolfbane grown under a new moon. A page from the book of Averin Corder, a known researcher. And a vial of children's tears.
Oh well, yes. That's in every good cookbook.
I that's the weirdest one to me, I won't lie.
Wouldn't see why it's so weird. Children's tears. By God. Being a sage researcher with the researcher background thing, would I know what kind of books these ingredients would like maybe a particular kind of book or a particular book that all these kind of things would be combined in?
You can make me an Arcana check. if you'd
Sure.
like.
I would most certainly enjoy that.
Okay.
14.
With a 14, you don't know what particular book per se, but this is kind of sounding like a cure for a curse.
Mm-hmm.
And for our wizard friend here, this is known to be parts of a cure for lycanthropy.
Okay.
We should very much invest in trying to help this gentleman. I believe his need is quite sincere, my friends, quite sincere.
Well, if there's anything I can help you with, I would gladly do so. For now, might we find this place that I've been dreaming of? I've been dreaming of this big house that was empty with some strange kind of evil that I was tasked to exterminate. Would any of you locals know of which house I speak?
It seems we are right in front of it, but you say you were guided by a dream. I have also had this dream. It has pulled me out of the woods of my homeland, the relative safety.
Well, all safety is relative, my friend.
Thank you very much to Lightfingery, who donates, saying, Kiana, I'm getting in early. Whatever you have planned, make it worse. Make them suffer.
Thank you very much.
My body is ready.
And as you speak about dreams, all of you do kind of recall your dreams of being here again every night. And each time you wake up, it is always in a cold sweat, your heart racing, as you have feel every time at the end of your dream dying. And as you were speaking, you hear the metal gate just click and creak ever so slowly open.
How far is this away from me?
The gate itself, you were kind of checking it out, so you were like 5 feet away from the gate.
Okay, I just rush in and within like almost half a second. I rush in like 25 feet, look around quickly, and then rush back towards the party.
Wait, stop! Come. You're fine.
I see if something happens.
Yeah, so you rush in, you kind of quickly look around, and you come back out. You don't really see anything. You have a better view of the grounds, which you imagine was a beautifully cultivated lawn, which had long died. Now just mud. No signs of any life you don't see.
I think Stavros would, as he's holding his axe, that's a quick way to get yourself killed here. You never know what's in the mist or beyond a corner.
Well, that's
Careful,
what
my
like
friend.
interesting, my friend. I mean, if I had always taken care of every step I took in my life, I wouldn't have gotten to the point I was.
You might find things different here if you don't watch your step. This entire place is ready to kill you.
Then that seems like a place for a good challenge. Let us go. And I point towards the door.
How do you feel, wizard, about joining? Master Dwarf, will you join us? And you said your name was Ogden.
Yes, sir. I got a question for you, Mr. Native. Since all of us seem to have been magically shit out here, and you came here from a free will, are there any vampires in this building here?
In this building?
Yeah, in this one right here.
Do you not know where you are? This entire
Hell no.
This is run by the greatest vampire. Perhaps the only vampire you're supposed to worry about.
Well, good, because I need to find one. Kind of took my chick, and I want to put her back in the grave. You know, gently, of course, because she died. And I need to find the vampire that took her. I don't know if it's your ever-powerful ha-ha-ha vampire, or if it's just a run-of-the-mill Joe, the vampire down the street. But if he's in this house.
What are these vampires you speak of? I've never heard of such a thing.
They are an undead being. I don't know how old. Some say he's always been here. But if they bite you, they will bring you back as one of those who need to feed on blood. Looking solemnly back at Ogden, I think he would take a few steps over me. My friend, I know your heart aches, and I'm sorry for you, but I would maybe forget about it. If the vampire you're looking for is the one who's here, you have little hope, but I will fight with you if that's what you want. Barovians are born to die.
Hashtag never forget, you know, I can't put it away. Mr. Dwarf, if you're willing to help me find my wife, I'm definitely willing to help you cure your husband. Most certainly. My heart aches for you.
That's
it does.
Very kind. Is this vampire likely to have a sliver of an unholy cross or something along those lines?
It could be likely. I've stuck mostly to the woods for my life, but we don't have many crosses out there. But perhaps in this house there could be. And what about you, wizard? Are you searching for something here? I hope it's also not a loved one.
Call me Videllin, my friends. As for myself, I have been brought here from, I would imagine, quite far away. My purpose here, I do not yet know, but I would imagine that for me to be here, my magical services most likely would be of an asset at some point. I would even go far enough as to speculate that, as we all seem to be here for reasons beyond our control, I believe that all of our paths will take us through this house one way or another, regardless of our feelings.
Well, if we have more people going in there, we might as well go in prepared as much as we can. Is there anything else you might be able to tell us? Any of you is able to tell us about either a way to beat these vampires you speak of, or is there anything else you might know about this place?
To beat a vampire, nobody ever has here. I would just say prepare yourself for the best death that you can. I will fight with you, but I would love to tell you there's hope. Perhaps, though, for you, Master Dwarf, if it's not vampirism, we might be able to help your husband.
He said, the healing man, he said, lycanthropy.
I believe lycanthropy.
Yeah, that could be it.
What is lycanthropy?
Werewolves.
Yeah, you would know, Stavros, that werewolves haunt the woods of Barovia.
I didn't think he would know the proper term of lycanthropy, but as soon as that, his eyes will go wide, and I think he'll grip his axe. Master Dwarf, your time is short to save your husband. If he turns into a werewolf, he will tear through you and everything else in a rage. Most of my tribe is gone from werewolves. Your need is great. I would say we cannot tally here any longer.
Then let us go. And with those words, Turnuk will just start striding up to the castle, possibly drawing his sword. I've not decided yet.
Okay, so it is not a castle. It is a fairly large manor. But you march up this muddy path to the front door. Wooden, has a large, knocker on it, made out of tarnished brass, you imagine. But if you try the door, it is unlocked.
Are there windows?
There are windows. You look and you see there are a bunch of windows on the first and second floor. Many of them have spider webs of cracks around them. Some of them, you imagine, used to be stained glass, but under this gray light just look dull.
Can I look through a window?
It's kind of those kind of frosted. You can't see through. It's enough to let light through, but you wouldn't be able to peek through.
And not because of the state of the building. There's no places open, like a small little hole somewhere that I might be able to find to look or peek through.
You can make me a perception check.
Okay.
Are there any lights coming from the inside of the building, top or bottom floor?
At a quick glance, no.
Okay. That's an 8.
Nope.
Okay.
You don't see anything.
I do not see any thing inside of here. Shall we just try the door and see what lies within there?
We might as well. I mean, I'm sure they got a whole stock of children's tears lying around somewhere in this building. It looks like the kind.
I would not be surprised.
I look at him like, oh shit, I was joking.
Oh my.
With that as well, I pull off my quarterstaff. On one end was a little bit of a knapsack with a bedroll on top of it. I pull that off, slide it off, and hang it on the side of on my hip, on my belt somewhere. So I have a knapsack on my belt right now, and I pull the staff apart in the center. It clicks and pulls apart to two little smaller sticks, which I can then slide next to my my upper leg in a little thing that holds these two sticks. Okay, my hands are free. I'm ready for everything now.
So Turnuk said to hurry. He's hurrying. He's not hanging around to see what you guys are doing. He's through the gate. If he's not already through the gate, he's up to the door. He's not going to knock either, he's going through the door.
Okay. As you place your hand onto the door, you watch as the cracks and splinters in this door seem to shift and morph. And suddenly it's not just a door. You know how your mind pieces together faces upon, objects. But no, this time this is a face, a woman's face. She seems soft, kind perhaps, but she looks at you with determination, and slowly, with great difficulty, this woman starts to speak. I am Lady Shadowborn, defender of the faith and warrior of the church. You have come here at my behest to aid me in my time of need. I must thank, and before she can finish speaking, this face morphs again, and you watch as this kind of, beautiful, soft face starts to wither as she looks in alarm, and a sudden horrific transformation occurs as the wood starts to darken and her face turns into a death mask and gruesome, and the face kind of starts to rot away, and in the end all that remains is these burning pinpoints of cold red lights that says, before you enter my home, you must know that you are going to die. And it fades from sight. The mouth cracks open wider, and a hideous laughter is heard throughout the air. As it fades away, the door opens.
And when the laughter's going, I'm just out there bursting in giant laughter with the laughter that's coming out of this woman and door. Not out of amusement, but it's just a reaction instinctively.
I walk through unconcerned.
Do I know what race this fellow next to me that's laughing against the horrific evil laugh? Do I know, spending my life researching, do I know what he is from looking at him?
You have only ever heard of these people. They normally stick to the Shadowfell. Yeah. So you were certainly, this is certainly a first for you. Ever seeing a gift.
Also, I'm barefooted. I only have a single piece of clothing on, nothing on my hands, and the only thing I carry is this duffel bag and my stick. That's everything.
Yep.
Stavros is going to take a kind of central position, axe raised, looking around, attempting to protect these outsiders and be ready to jump in to danger.
For descriptive purposes, Turnuk is a dwarf. He wears chainmail, which hangs to his knee with a soft cloth jerkin on top, and a blacksmith's apron on the front. He has a blacksmith's hammer at his belt and a two-handed greatsword that's longer than himself.
How do you wield that?
With practice.
You've practiced, okay. So it's not like it's dragging behind you while you try to carry it along or something. Okay, just for idea. Okay.
Yeah, no. It sort of sits on a slant.
Okay.
So as you enter into this, sorry, we're, as you enter, this is certainly what looks like it could have been a grand place one point in his life, but it certainly reminds you that nothing is ever untouched by time. There are remains of various pieces of furniture, a broken couch, an assortment of once comfortable-looking chairs. There's a half-collapsed desk kind of scattered across the room. And as you enter in, this little bit of sunlight that was peeking through the mist have now disappeared as a storm has quickly rolled over this area. Intense storm now seeming to brewing outside.
Ooh, it's starting to feel like home here.
Yes, very ominous.
I guess I didn't give a description yet. Ogden's wearing like kind of medium armor covered with like a cloak type thing, and like a sash, and looking trying to look a little bit regal, but he's kind of cowering behind a shield right now. He's trying to brave this whole incident, but he's very scared, still skeptical of this strange creature that he's traveling with. He's kind of leaning towards the native, kind of not leaning towards, but like kind of walking behind Stavros, and and keeping an eye on Scrap. What'd you say your dwarf's name? Is it
Turnuk.
Okay. It's one of the things. And keep an eye on Turnuk, because he knows. They have similar goals, and he also wants to help him achieve his as well. He feels for him.
I absolutely feel for him, for the stammering little guy.
Vidalin's from the mountains. He's dressed in fairly traveling clothes, nothing fancy, but not like a total commoner. He's dressed nice, but obviously travels around a lot. Doesn't really seem to be carrying much in him. Has one pack and has a little dagger in his belt, and that seems to be about it. He just seems to be a guy. Dark skin, gray eyes, bit of a beard, and he's kind of hanging near the back.
Vidalin, can you tell that you're a red wizard, like just by looking at you?
Well, you can. It's pretty obvious. No.
Okay.
I was just thinking, if you can like detect magic, then you could probably detect that he's clearly an offensively based mage, but his definition of red mage is different than what most people from D&D would consider a red mage anyway.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Stavros will look around, trying to appraise this group of travelers and not knowing their ways and hoping they have more than meets the eye, with the exception of Turnuk, which I think he understands. He's like, big sword, chainmail, that I understand.
I'll walk next to the person up front, and even just be really open and not hiding behind anything, like even wanting to get hit by anything that could come out of a corner, not being upset about anything that could happen around him.
Cool. Good
And
to
really
know.
light in his tread, barefooted as he is. Not a worry in his mind.
Not a worry indeed. So you're in this kind of wrecked room. You can see there's a door right up ahead of you, and there's also a door to your right.
Hello? Hello, is there an Averin quarter here? Hello?
No response.
I doubt anyone who would reply to our calls would be friendly, but that's just a hunch.
Well, they let us in, did they not?
This entire place and realm is a trap that most don't escape from. If we make it through, I'll tell you about the ghost parade after this, but you wouldn't want to hear now.
So there was like a desk here that was maybe a bit broken. Is there maybe something still in that, or to find around there that might have been left about?
Yeah, sure. You can make me an investigation check as you check out this
Is
desk.
there anyone willing to help me search for anything that could help us during this task?
Yes, anybody can roll if you would like, or provide assistance.
Yeah, I'm looking for some of the things that Turnuk wrote read off on his list.
Yeah, same. Does it have to be investigation?
I'll take investigation or perception.
Oh, thank God.
Looky-based things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, our friendly neighborhood is like, nah, nothing. Whatever.
I rummage through it. No, nothing here, nothing here. Probably putting all the important stuff aside and only looking at the stones and rubble in front of me.
Yeah. So Turnuk and Vidalin, as you see you see it's kind of just like putting things off to the side. You notice as she's moving the desk, there seems to be a little hidden drawer that is still somewhat intact on the underside of the desk.
I will remove it forcefully. If it sticks, I'll hit it with my hammer.
Okay. Yeah, you just rip out this secret drawer. Inside, you see a bunch of parchment, what looks like to be letters written in flowery handwriting.
Can any of you read this?
I can certainly give it a shot.
I'll just pleadingly offer the papers to you.
Aww.
Vidalin will take the papers and rifle through and see if he can't read some of this script.
Okay. Quite immediately, you see a letter right at the top, and it reads, Lady Shadowborn, word has reached us that some of your old enemies have been seen in your area. Although their purpose is not known to us at this time, it seems that they may attempt to avenge themselves upon you for your past services against them. We urge you to take precautions and offer the fullest aid if you need it. As always, remember the debt that our lands owe to you and the shiny steel that you once held in our defense. And this letter is signed by one Viactine, which you would know actually from your own realm to be a mage of quite some renown, known to work for good and for protecting against evils, particularly monstrosities.
What was the name of this mage again?
Can
you maybe just write it down for me?
Yeah, I will put that in
Thank
there.
you.
Well, this is quite unexpected. Apparently, it seems our friend trapped in the door was famous even in my world.
Great deeds being done by this Viatine.
Even I know of this name, Viatine. This is some important mage that we've heard of in our monastery, fighting for the same good that we do.
Was she a scholar or nobility?
You would know that she probably was a scholar, but you're trying to remember. You're trying to figure out what the connection is between Viatine and this lady Shadowborn. Nothing's coming quite to mind.
She could have been trapped here like all of you are. Maybe she couldn't escape again. Who knows? And he's still looking around, knowing that something could pop out at any minute.
When I hear the word escape, I look towards you. How do you mean escape? There's no prison that has held me so far.
I'm afraid that's where you are wrong. This entire place is a prison, they say. Once people come here, they typically do not leave, or if they ever do, no one hears about it.
Okay, I crack my my fingers, and you hear me crack every bone in my body. I guess this is a challenge then.
Very much.
We must be young. I don't. Too motivated.
So Turnuk's walked over to one of the doors, and I wonder if this is the library, and just kicks it down.
Okay. Are you going to the one straight across from you or to your right?
Whichever one was closest. He's in a blind panic and rush.
Okay,
I
cool.
I would jump and squeak when he does it. Hey!
Yeah, you just click down the one that's in front of you. So in this, you seem to be in some form of sitting room. Number of comfortable chairs, small tables. There's a heavy smell of mildew in here. And clearly the wooden parts of this furniture is in the last stages of rot. Everything here is kind of covered in dust. And there's a mirror that hangs on the southern wall. What you will also notice is that there are a couple of bottles of wine, perhaps, that are kind of scattered across the floor, which seems a little odd to you.
No books.
No books.
Turnuk walks to the other door.
Before we start like leaving the first room and he's kicking in and going to sec, I want to I have Eldritch Sight, so I just want to continuously keep detect magic running and kind of like looking around to see if anything in these rooms are magical, especially like the mirror.
Oh,
stuff.
you're one of those.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
He doesn't know it. He thinks that this the celestial power the celestial is giving his powers his dead wife, and not a celestial being. So he thinks from the grave she's
telling you when there's something magical around. She just tells you. It's always
I just see shit now.
Yeah.
Like, it happens.
awesome.
Dark vision and detect magic at will. He just sees shit.
Yeah, you see shit, and here you see some shit. You see, a kind of that telltale netting of kind of glow around the mirror that tells you this is magic. And also you follow it also to one of the bottles lying on the floor. That's magic as well.
Okay. I'd like to look at Cation and, hey, adventurer, check that mirror over there. There's something going on with it. I looked at it from over here, but there's something special about it. Maybe it's powerful.
Powerful in what way do you mean?
I don't know. It's casting magic in our direction.
Are you saying it's magical?
Yes, it is.
So, it being magical, it can resist a small little hit, right?
I would think so. Mm-hmm.
I pick up a random bottle that's in front of me, and I just chuck it with lightning speed at the center of the mirror. From where I'm standing, from the door opening ish, from where we're standing. I just pick it up, and in a flash, in the same movement, I flick it underhandly towards this mirror.
Cool. Roll me an attack, I guess. This would be like just it's kind of improvised. So you could do a strength plus, a strength roll essentially.
Yeah, sure. I'll just do a / roll. It's easier.
And Stavros is going to be moving towards Turnuk as that's happening, almost back to back.
That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, you watch as this bottle just smashes. Are you just picking up a random one?
Yeah, whatever. The first one that's in front of me.
Cool. So again, you watch as he picks up the magical bottle and tosses it. And you watch as the glass just shatters both of the bottle and the mirror. So a few things happen. One, the mirror kind of caves in to show that seems to be something like an opening on the other side. However, as the bottle shatters open, instead of wine pouring out of it, there is something black and amorphous that spills out and then seems to gather itself. As you watch this, what can only perhaps say, almost liquid being kind of pull itself up into this pile. What do you guys do?
I was gonna leave that one alone, but he's just too damn fast.
The mirror itself, was that one broken or was it shattered as well?
Yeah, both things shattered just from impact.
This amorphous thing, does it appear to become a shape or make its way towards us?
It seems like it's trying to pull itself together because like it kind of just got splattered and you just see the little drips and droplets of it just kind of moving towards the center mass.
I look back towards the party and I say, my friends, it's time for sports. I move in towards the corner of the room to make place for the rest of the party.
Where's Fidelin? Where are you at? I know Turnuk's heading over and Stavros is heading with him. Where are you at during our second room?
Fidelin's kind of hanging.
Oh,
You muted again. You're still muted, buddy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, he's hanging back near the entrance. He didn't really seem to. He kind of raised his hand when Cation picked the bottle up, but he didn't have a chance to do anything. So he's standing back in the entrance of the second room.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's leave the puppy alone in the room and let's catch up with. I guess Turnuk, because you're on the way to the third room, right?
Yeah, I'm already on the way over. There were no books in there. I didn't care.
Come on, Cation. We don't need that thing. Just let it be.
I'll be right with you. I just want to see what happens here. I'm interested. And I want to just prepare a movement. So as soon as I see it actually starts moving towards us, I want to dash the hell out of here and then just close the door behind me. Because I'd rather know what comes out of it than close the door immediately.
Okay, so you wait as you watch this kind of black ooze kind of pull itself together. And as it does, it seems to kind of stack itself up higher. And soon as it's kind of vaguely humanoid shape, but it's dripping dark as it seems to kind of move forward towards you in this half stumble of a step, half just oozing across the ground. And as that happens, you just nope out of there.
Yeah,
and shut the
exactly.
door.
I nope the hell out of there and close the door behind me. Let's go on. Maybe this other door brings us less darkness.
Picking up on Stavros's caution, his unease, Turnuk will now be drawing his sword and sort of approaching the doors with it across his chest, ready. But again, he'll be kicking the next door down. And that athletics roll there was just to check the door was still closable for Cation, because he's not opening these doors politely, and I'll do the same again, I guess.
Cool.
That's
up to you, Kiana. I mean, I'm hitting that thing with some force.
Yeah, you fucking open up that door. Jesus Christ. As you do, you seem this is one of the was the first room that you've been in that actually had a window to it. A pair of dusty, cracked windows that have just a tiny bit of light filtering to this room. This seemed to be a parlor, perhaps. What's everyone's passive perception?
14.
13.
14.
All of you have pretty impressive passive perceptions. Damn.
I'm a monk. That's what you get.
Is this like a wisdom group? Is this what's happening here?
I actually rolled okay-ish for my character if you compare to the other guys here.
I considered him to be alert.
Okay, so everyone except for Fidelin. You'll notice that as you watch, it seems that some of the shadows in this room seem to be moving as if they were living things themselves. But when you look closer, perhaps your eyes are just playing a trick on you.
Do I maybe recognize this from the Shadowfell?
No, it just seems to be that, it just seems to be a play on lights and
Something
shadow.
working on my head. So
Yeah.
exactly something that would happen in the Shadowfell as well.
Yeah.
Just a mind thing more than anything.
Yes.
Is it like giving off illusion magic kind of shit, or just?
No, it's just kind of your.
It's creepy.
It's weird.
Turnuk doesn't really have the imagination for this to be too creepy for him. He's for those of you at home, he has a 4 for intelligence. He sort of looks around the room and he's just looking for books that could be the book that this weird healer told him to get.
Yeah, what's in this parlor, like, as far as?
So from what you can see, again, more furniture, cobwebs kind of pulled across each corner of the room. You see an altar kind of placed near the side of the room. That seems to have some items on them, which you can examine more closely if you'd like to.
I could potentially lift one of those objects up there without going anywhere near it. Might that be a better idea than approaching this kind of weirdness across this lousy place?
Sounds like a fine idea to me.
Okay.
I'm going to move back towards the door as they're looking that way and keeping an eye now on the hallway. Maybe a little scared, to be honest.
Don't get too close to that door. There's a giant killer ooze on the other side. Mm-hmm.
So a spectral hand appears next to me. Just while I'm still casually just leaning with my arms crossed, a hand appears and it goes across to this altar and picks up something from the altar.
Okay, so your hand grasps an item and brings it back to you. So you have this tiny little, you imagine what might have been a carved out sun at some point. Like a talisman, but it's been blackened. Seems like by a fire that there is no other sign of in this room.
I hold it. I guess it's still in my mage hand, and I hold it out to Ogden. Can you tell me if this is something that can be magical as well?
So this isn't magical, but if anyone wants to roll me a religion check, you can do that.
Sure. I'm proficient in all the kind of the knowy things.
I'd roll 2, being from here if I looked back.
Okay.
I'm not rolling on that.
Yes.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anything to me.
Okay. Again, and also Steffa. This is what you imagine used to be you see these among the necks of priests and clerics and paladins of Lythander.
Oh, this is a defiled Lathander sigil.
Who is this Lythander?
Is
Lovely
Lythander the
godlike.
same as the Morning Lord? That's all we know him as here.
I do not know of such a thing. Morning and sun, are some uncommon things among my lands where there is much shadow and darkness.
Yeah, lot less of that in his thing. Yeah, he's light and good and happiness and sunshine. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to look over at Turnuk and be like,
Hey, buddy, we found a hidden passageway behind the mirror in the last room. We'll come back to that once you're done with your rage kicking through the house, okay? If we don't find anything.
I just.
You
I'm
would also
sorry.
notice that within this parlor room, there's another door through the room.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm worried for it.
I'm sure you are worried, my friend, but this being the dangerous place these people tell it is, it might be smart not to burst into every room, and maybe for me not to throw with every fucking bottle I find.
That would be very much advised, though we can still move with some quickness here. Turnuk, I do understand the timetable we are under.
Yeah, we don't want to miss anything, though. I'm with you. I feel for you, and we don't want to miss the ingredients that you need. We got to find them.
I'm just saying that if we require some place to enter that is not openable by just opening a door, I have ways to open it without kicking it in.
Oh. Okay, shall we carry on then?
Shall we inspect what else is on this altar, maybe that might be able to help us? Before we continue, then we might go through the next door.
Let's walk up and look at it all in one shot. That way we can see. We don't have to touch anything, Cation.
Absolutely. Let's just look at it for the first few seconds.
So do you want to examine anything more on the altar then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you approach it, even at a distance, you can see that other stuff on the altar, there's, the typical incenses and candles, which have all been kind of burned, and the metal has been warped as if some force had slammed it. There is a holy tome kind of sitting in there as well, but this is, again, charred and blackened by a fire. There is no other fire, so the same kind of darkness and stuff.
Okay. Oh man, so it's unreadable at all. Title outside, inside.
I'll open it with my mage hand. I'll put the thing that I found back on the altar where I found it, and I'll open the book with my mage hand just to be sure not to touch anything before we, right?
A book, is that of Averin Coder? Is that?
We are checking the contents of it now if it's still readable. If there's something that could help you, we will definitely let you know, my friend.
Okay, so you open up the pages, and most of them have been charred beyond unreadability, but you flip through using the mage hand, and you pick pieces of words, but they certainly seem like, they may have been prayers for Lysander, but the ink has turned red like blood and has dripped down and has kind of turned this red-brown color.
Okay, you can not scare me with a lot, but if you touch books and their contents and how they look, me as a player is hurt. So thanks for making it scary now.
Oh, that's disgusting.
This is a defiled holy tome. Whatever it was. This is bad.
Is there anything else to find in this room, maybe?
You can make me actually with your passive perceptions. You look around. You're kind of noticing that the webs that kind of stretch across the rooms seem to be moving a little. So there is no draft in here.
Can I actively check it then?
Yeah.
I see something moving up there in those webs themselves. Might we maybe check those out?
I think
Yes.
Stavros will start knocking at them with the tip of his axe. Just
Cool.
I'm just hunting back with Vidalin. Yeah, they're touchy people. So I'll just chill with you for a minute until they touch what they need to, and then we'll, go on.
They touch what they need to. So yeah,
Very pragmatic.
yeah, you can approach the web just a little more. There seems to be no creature on there that would be causing this movement. But you can make me a dex saving throw.
Oh shit.
I can definitely do that. I do have advantage on dex saves.
Yes, because it's something that it's a danger you can see as a barbarian.
It's
Thank you,
spider sense. Got the pun.
Barbarian says, "Oh God, yes."
That's all of us making a save.
Yep, that's a no.
Anybody
That's a
who's
definite
up close and checking out this. So anybody who hadn't withdrawn to the other side of the room. Okay, so
I
that's
was
a
still
no.
at the altar, so I guess not.
Turnuk would have been trying to stay out of the way.
Yes. Okay, so you wanted to take a look at it, so that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a dex saving throw for you too.
Yeah. Sure. Oh.
Yikes!
Oh.
Yikes!
Yikes.
Okay.
That's a fumble. Still a 7 though, but it's a fumble.
You watch those of you who are staying back a little. You watch as the webs themselves just lash out and grab onto both Haitian and Stavros and just wrap them up into thick, kind of black webbing now, and starts to haul them up and towards the ceiling.
I want to say one thing.
So, with that, how about we roll some initiative, shall we?
Well,
this should be fine. Should be totally fine.
Turnuk wouldn't run straight in. He doesn't make decisions quickly, so he'll be looking to someone else to tell him to go and fight this thing. He'll probably be looking to Stavros. He feels a slight connection to Stavros.
Stavros can't come to the phone right now, but if you'd like, leave your name.
So he'll sort of like look to Ogden then and be like, we don't want to make things worse.
That's worse already. Look at them up there. That's worse.
But couldn't we make it even worse?
Yes, they can always.
You can always make it.
Yes. I'll nudge Vidalin. See, told you, touchy people. Yeah, we're coming. Jeez.
Yeah, just still trying to mouth like,
Okay.
With the sword. Okay.
Okay, so roll me that initiative. Lucky for you, the web rolled a grand 1 for its initiative. So yeah, it's not going anytime fast. Okay, so as I finish writing this down, first up is Vision. So you were grappled.
Grappled.
You were restrained and grappled.
Restrained and grappled. Okay, that's different.
Yeah, you're both.
Let me double check restrained. To see what I can do then.
disadvantage. Is that
Speed
right?
0,
Mhm.
attack rolls have advantage against me, and I have disadvantage on dex saving throws. My attack rolls have disadvantage as well, but I can still try to hit the web. So I imagine me being snared in, and I just kick my foot backwards towards the web, and I want to attack it.
Okay, so roll me that attack.
I actually forgot an unarmed, but this would be an unarmed for me.
Yeah.
this
Okay.
bottom,
With
right?
a 9, sorry, speeding car in front of my window.
Is this a steady
9.
object? Maybe.
Yeah. So with a 9, that does hit it.
Ooh, cool. So that would do 9. Is that
Okay.
correct? Yeah,
Mhm.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Yeah. So you manage to wiggle your arm just enough that you
My
can.
foot.
Yeah. As your foot. As you do that, though, you hit, and then your foot also gets tangled up into the sticky webs.
Okay.
Yep.
I've got another foot.
Yes, you do have another foot.
I want to kick that as well.
Cool. Kick it. That
okay.
definitely hits.
That would be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. With that, you're able to keep your foot from getting stuck. So you don't have one free foot.
And then I'll use a bonus action to give it a headbutt. I'll just smack my head against the wall where the web is. And everybody just hears a big ka-doom while I do that.
Okay.
So that would be bonus action attack. Would be a 15 to hit.
Yep.
And that will do 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. So you can definitely see that the bit of web that's holding you is starting to strain as you keep hitting it. Cool.
And I just feel like I'm getting more and more entangled and wrapped up in this web. I'm just more like flailing out and hitting whatever I can with the body parts I have available at that moment. But yeah.
Great. I believe that Davos is next.
Do I have access to moving my axe for attacks, or would I need to use an interact to draw another weapon?
If you had it out already, then I would say that you have it. It's just going to be a disadvantage because you're kind of in the web.
Because you're restrained.
Since I'm at disadvantage and it's already at advantage, can I attack recklessly to cancel out disadvantage?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I will just recklessly attack to just swing regularly as I'm just.
Okay. Okay, so with a 21, that definitely hits, and with a 9, that hits as well. So.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You also with your axe, you managed to start cutting away some of the stuff. So you're starting to sort of free yourself the same way that Patient is sort of starting to free himself. All right. Turnuk, what do you want to do?
So Turnuk will be watching Stavros's actions. Is the blade being effective, or is he getting more tangled?
The blade is being effective.
So then he'll walk forward and sort of trying not to hit Stavros as much as he can. He'll try and cut the web and not the Stavros.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That you're getting a little close, but.
And
okay, with that, you managed to just take out a whole chunk of this web that's holding him in. So Stavros, your arms are now totally free.
And the second attack?
Yep.
That hits, yep. Just the 13.
Just a 13. Yeah. Again, managed to start carving away another chunk of this web.
I'll shout out a thanks. Be like, thank you, Master Dwarf. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Ogden, I believe, is next.
Okay. Just gotta look at it and see that it says look like Stavros is getting more close to being freed, or Cation.
Stavros is definitely looking a little more free.
He's slashing, I'm hitting.
Yeah.
And I can't reach my weapons now.
So sticky.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little sacred flame up in the up around around Stavros to try to get it so it's easier for him to get out. Try to burn some of that away. And how can the spider webs make a dex save? I think it's dex, right?
No, yeah, I'll give it a shot. They got a nat 20. I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20 for these webs.
Oh.
They do move. So
Yeah.
as the fire goes, it like recoils and drags Cation up further into the corner.
Starting to get a little bit panicked now, but
I'm trying. Sorry.
Let's see. Anything else? Nope. That's it for me. No bonus action. I'm just gonna stay back with the Kaladin.
Okay, Fidelin.
Is there still some space between Cation and whatever corner he's being dragged into?
He's pretty in that corner at that point.
Oh.
Get the one free, and then we'll worry. Well, never mind. He's pretty screwed up too. Never mind. So what's the magic? Make it happen.
I just want neither to set the building on fire nor to eliminate one of my new compatriots.
Yeah, see that's urgency.
Appreciated, Videllin, for your thoughts that way.
But I do have something fairly tactical, so I will go for the old standby of magic missile.
Invisibility.
Bang, bang, bang.
Later,
Invisible.
suckers.
Yeah, so with the magic missiles, just roll me the damage. If to do that manually, you can just do /R 1d whatever. I think 1d4.
yeah, 1d4
So-
plus 1.
4 plus 1. Oh, okay. It rolled it there. Cool.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
1, 2, and 4. So 10 for. All right. Are you focusing on one or are you focusing across?
I'll go for Stavros first, just because he's closer to.
Okay. With
taking
that second.
Ogden's suggestion.
Yeah, with that second, it definitely seems to be taking this damage, and with that, the last bit of thread that's kind of around Stavis's foot cuts as he tumbles to the ground.
I'll kind of continue to push myself back and, kick my feet up high knee style to try to move back.
Cool. It's the web's turn. So, what is it gonna do?
That's the smile of a DM right there.
I smile a lot in these one shots. Okay. So I'm going to need what is Fidellin's and Ogden's AC?
17.
17. All right.
9.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
I've ever seen.
You are basically naked, right?
okay. So, Ogden, you managed to get out of the way as what looks like something just flies past your head. Dylan's not so lucky as he watches this happen, and he feels this slap in his face. Feels kind of like a piece of web concentrated, but it starts to feel like it's eating away at your skin, as you are going to take 6 points of acid damage as this web just starts to burn your face.
Ouch.
Have I mentioned, my friends, I hate vampires?
Vampire, where? Ha! 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 Oh, you've got shit on your face.
Okay, so the web's doing that, and it's just gonna hold on to Cation for a while. Which, speaking of which, it's your turn now. Top of the round, Cation.
Okay. I wanna try to wriggle my one foot is stuck at the moment and one foot's still free, right?
Yep.
Say that my left foot is still free, and I kick with that foot. I kick the sticks that are in this holder. They jump out towards my hands, and I
Okay.
flick him. And two sides come out, and I hit it with that.
Cool. You can do that with this really cool, epic martial arts move.
Yeah, they just
can-
kick and they fall down next to me, and I pick it up behind me, flick it, and then try to slash. It. I'll say because I can only use one minor object interaction, I'll just use one of those to attack with slashing damage. Then, so I'll try to hit it twice with my main attack.
Okay.
Prison break shit there. That boy's been in jail, I can tell.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that would be 5 slashing damage.
Yep. Okay. You're definitely starting to finally start to carve your way out. You can attack again.
Yeah, I'll attack with again. Second attack, extra attack.
Yep.
And that would be 7 slashing damage.
Yep. Okay. At least your arm is free now, and the stuff covering your face as well. So now you can speak because it's not cocooned you.
I imagine me still hanging upside down, one leg being strapped in this web, just dangling back and forth, and I look towards the rest of the party. I have a big smile, which looks like a frowny face from your perspective, I guess, and I say, I was just getting to be comfortable in there, and then I'll move up, jump against the wall, and I'll headbutt the web again. So I want to use my own force to whip up and headbutt it.
Sure, you can headbutt the web.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
And that's 6 bludgeoning damage then.
Cool. I want you to make me a dex check.
Yeah, sure.
Just to make sure your head doesn't get stuck.
No, I choose to fail it.
Okay, your head is now stuck. So he is accordioned currently.
That's the oddest combat strategy I've ever seen. What is he doing?
And you hear my back crack. Oh, that hit the correct spot. I just needed that. And then I had my turn.
Cool. Stavros, you just watched him just fucking fold himself in half.
I mean,
call this block with face.
It's gonna be. He's gonna look up confused. I know he's still on the ground, and he's gonna push himself up off the ground there for, I guess, half his move. Is it from where Stavros is compared to him? Can he swing his axe? I know he got pulled up into the corner. Or would he need to do a ranged attack?
You would likely have to do a ranged attack.
Okay, I've got 2 hand axes, so I think he'll toss. I will try to stand, if I can, as close to 10 feet within everybody as I can, and I'm going to bonus action to rage. And the storm herald gives everybody 3 temporary hit points, as I think some snow spins around him and then entombs everybody else.
I love storm heralds. Yes. So that happens. All of you feel revitalized. Okay. Yep. You can roll me that damage.
It's a lovely breeze. Ooh.
Oh, slight.
Yeah, and as you do that, you
though.
cut off the key piece of web that's holding on to Cation as he tumbles to the ground.
Okay. So what happens? I'm at the moment. I have slow fall, so I don't guess this damage is gonna hurt me anyway, right? So I'm at the moment I'm falling over this way with my hands and feet front and my face facing front. When I fall, I flip all the way down the other way, land on my hands and feet. You don't hear any snapping or breaking or anything, and then I wanna bend over across my hands, so do an additional flip over, and then stand up and then look at the party. I guess this is a nice way to practice today.
Stavros will shake his head back. I don't know how long you're going to make it here, my friend, and turn to look back at the webs.
The web seem to be retreating into the shadows. Not happy that you've taken their prey, but a little too hurt to try to do anything. So they just kind of seem to retract within itself.
Okay.
So that would end combat, and there is another set of doors out of this room.
For a moment, I think I'll lean on my axe and I think he'll pat everybody's shoulder and be like, "Thank you for freeing me, my friends. You are capable. Perhaps you won't make the ghost parade." And then put his axe back up and ready.
I give you
I'll look
a
at the-
little wink when you come by, and give you a pat back. That was very good practice again.
Look at Videllin's face and see if that burn is if that's going to be a permanent thing or not.
Yeah, he's rubbing at it for sure. He's not happy.
Some little kid goop you in the face, huh?
I regret not burning our friend out with the fire now.
Yeah, see? The house is obviously out to get you. You might as well take it down with us. I mean,
Wait, do you want to say that we need to burn the house? Because that's always an option.
Hey, no, we have to find the books first.
hold on that one. Let's wait till we're on our way out.
I'm not saying I'm gonna do that right now, but as I say, and you mention it, it's always an option to get out of here.
We can perhaps do that when we leave, but Turnuk, hopefully we'll find something to save your husband in here.
So let us continue then.
Yeah, I'll turn to Turnuk and
Let's check maybe with a little more relaxed and careful approach to maybe listen at the door before we enter it, seeing as there are apparently more than just enemies and monsters down here, living webs being part of it.
So as Ogden was telling
your mute's crap.
Turnuk, your mute's mic's muted.
sorry. So as Ogden tells me to walk towards the door, I would have sort of walked towards it and sort of gone to kick it and then remembered about being more careful and then heeding occasion. Turnuk will just stand to one side and let someone more capable have a go.
So yeah, who's gonna have a listen at the door?
Well, I just open it. I wouldn't, listens, and then something kicks it in your face, and just use
Okay.
your hand, or I'll use mine. I have a little mage hand, but I
Let's
use this
just
way.
try the careful approach then, and let's just feel if the door's unlocked.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then we'll open it. Because I guess we're still in front, right? That's who and me?
Kiana, you're muted.
Oop, thank you. You're never streaming. You're never a streamer if you don't talk while you're muted. Anyway, so you you open up the door. This is a long hallway, a gallery, you think. Row of large windows along one side, and the other, you can see perhaps paintings. There's a smell of decay in here.
Is there anything moving here? By the way, lighting here, how's that work?
I know Vidalin casted a light spell in a couple rooms back, so he has a faint source of light here. I know some of you have dark vision, so.
What about, is it light outside or was the date?
It's quite dark outside.
Okay.
You can see now there's like rain pelting the windows, little cracks of lightning, sometimes illuminating, but dark.
Okay. I'm looking at the party. Does any of you require to see better in the darkness, or are we fine as we are at the moment?
Thanks to Videlin, I can see from his light source, but in the dark, I'm no good.
Let us wait until it might be necessary then. But you can always ask me in case of need for some vision in the darkness. Come to
Thank
say,
you
I could
both.
also provide magical darkness, might it be necessary.
Turnuk, I think we should just rush through this part because I don't think there's anything here for you, for any of us.
When you say the word rush, I'm just gonna bolt.
Yep. Maybe that's a little much, but
He goes.
Don't burn anything.
No, I just want to go across to the other side, and then if nothing happens, I'll stand there, look back, and if something happens, then it happens.
Okay. Yeah, you just bolt to the side, just not even paying attention to any of the paintings. Nothing seemed to happen.
Yes, nothing's going on here. Let's go.
Are there any books? And Turnuk would walk around the door and have a look around.
Are in the hallway or like on the other side of the hall?
Both.
Like down the hall.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. You look around. There's really just windows and paintings here. However, as you get kind of close to the end, you see a, these are all family portraits, you imagine, or portraits of important people. With the last painting, you have a familiar female face, one that you previously saw on the door. Little tarnished metal placard on the bottom saying Lady Shadowborn. You see an elegant young half-elven woman, gleaming plate armor with a sign of Lythander upon her breastplate. Yes, and the placard says, Lady Shadowborn, pure of heart, defender of the faith. And as you watch, the colors in the paintings seems to kind of return. As slowly the image of Lady Shadowborn begins to move. Her head turns and her gaze seems to look upon all of you. And she opens her mouth to begin to speak. My friends.
What? What's going on?
You're standing right next to the painting that's beginning to talk to you.
Sorry. Go, continue.
No. Okay. Yeah, all of you will be able to hear and notice this.
Turnuk, ask her if she has the ingredients in her cupboard somewhere to cure your husband quickly before she gets cut off again.
Lady Shadowborn, can you hear me?
And she nods.
I'm looking for things to cure my husband. Can you help me find them?
She kind of frowns a bit. The house here seeks to silence me. I cannot give you straight answers, unfortunately. There is a great evil in this house. It goes by the name of Ebonbane. There are keys to destroy it. If you do not act quickly, its powers will overwhelm you and myself. I do not wish that, but I have brought you all here for you to help and perhaps for myself to help you.
Is my Abby here? Lady in the wall? Is my wife here?
Says, I do not think so, but
What
and
the fuck?
And she seems to be kind of fading in and out as she furrows her brow and concentrates as seems like she's trying to hold on to her presence here.
Is there a vampire here? Lady of the wall.
And door.
Well, very versatile. Come on, speak. You're losing reception. Speak up. Lady of the wall, is there a vampire in the house? Please.
I'll put my ear against it. Hopefully you hear a little bit more.
Maybe you can hear it. Yeah, go ahead. Shifting wall paintings. Better. Yes. Mm-hmm.
If you seek vampires, there is information in my study, but that is where he is.
Look, Turnuk, see, she's got a study with books. I'm sure it's got everything. Well, as long as it's the one I'm looking for, we're in good shape.
Stavros will kind of nudge Vidalin and be like, you are somebody of high magic. Do you have a question? Something you are seeking from this lady? Or perhaps she can tell you of a key. I'm sure it's magic in nature.
I merely wanted to hear what she had to tell us. She seemed very intent on relaying her message. I'm sure that whatever information she can give us at this point is probably a great strain on her. We should just take whatever clue she offers. I am in no particular seek of anything for myself.
Stavros will nod.
Mm.
And she just says, her voice kind of fading, please, you must destroy the thing that calls itself Ebonbane. Recover the 4 elemental keys. Destroy it. And she seems to fade and the painting returns back to its dullness. But even beyond that, as it seems to turn black, and within seconds, there is the scent of decay even stronger, the scent of death filling your lungs. Right away. Pretty much as she fades, and blood starts to drip down this painting and starts to form a message, which reads, "The bane of shadows cannot be denied. The children of shadows have no place to hide. Darkness around and darkness without. Ebon minions of death now circle about." And you hear that same kind of cackling laughter from the beginning of this house echo throughout this hallway.
No, I'm not cackling with it. I'm just barely just.
Is the message like read out like you did, or will someone need to explain it? Okay, because
someone will have to explain it to you. It's like, typical demon painting blood messages on the wall situation here.
Scary as fuck.
Vidalin will place his hand on Turnuk's shoulder when he looks confused and be like, let's just say it's better that you don't know.
There was a door on this side as well, right? I guess as a player, my character, without realizing, would possibly be just leaning somewhere along the door or somewhere and accidentally lean his hand on the door handle.
Leaning on the door handle?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're leaning on the door handle. Why not?
So hopefully maybe open it.
Yeah, so you lean on it very casually as you kind of like...
My character doesn't even notice, right?
Yeah, of this like cackling, and as you do, like the door handle kind of slips and you kind of stumble backwards into this room.
Be careful over there.
Oh, shit.
Turnuk, are you a native here? Do you live around here, Turnuk?
No, I'm from Stormwind.
Oh shit! So you were yanked here too? Were you and your husband yanked here, or is he way back in Stormwind?
No, we were both yanked here. Isdra said it was magic mist. We couldn't get through it.
Okay, so basically, this lady who was saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad, I brought you here. I put you here. Oh yeah, by the way, your husband's dying now. Yeah, I don't necessarily think she's a friend. I think, she hasn't given us anything other than your dying husband, and my wife isn't here, so I'm not getting shit other than maybe questioning the vampire. I think we just need to push on and maybe not put so much into her words."
So, Turnuk will turn towards Ogden, put a hand on his shoulder and look into his eyes, looking very sincere. Don't give up hope.
I'll never give up. Not even in death.
Well,
She didn't give up in death. She nags me every day now.
we'll find her.
I believe, and we'll find a cure for your husband as well. We just need to push on. I don't trust this lady. Nice or not.
I agree.
She did this to you, and it's not fair.
Turnuk will nod and turn to go and start walking towards Cation.
It was slipping off the door handle.
Yeah. into the room behind him. So, Cation, you kind of stumble backwards as your purchase on the door kind of disappears. As you do, you seem to be in a room that seems to be kind of a dining room, perhaps.
Is there food?
Actually, it seems quite to be a feast out here. The large window in one walled room seems to be having the brunt of the storm. There's a chandelier that hangs, and this is the first bit of light that you have seen within this place. Along a long oak table, there's a rich feast laid out, all sorts of meats, hot breads, fresh fruits, and an assortment of wines. A place had been set, about 5 place sets, perhaps.
Don't eat any of it. It's a hot bread golem. I can tell from here. So yeah, it's a trap. Let's just keep moving. Look for anything. Turnuk, look for your wolf's bane and anything else we need. Stavros might be able to help you with what it looks like.
Is there anything
Don't
else?
touch.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, don't touch the food. It's probably going to kill us.
I do not intend to touch or nor eat any of this food. I would like to see if the rest of the room holds any secrets that could help us.
Yes.
But
There's another door through this dining room.
A question for you. Why are there 5 place settings here? There are only 4 of us. Anyone?
I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Stavros, Ogun, Turnuk, Fidelin, and me.
You got to count yourself there, fella.
That's true. I always forget myself. Never mind. We don't have like this in the woods.
Well, we do not have feast in a crab down shack like this usually as well. So I imagine that not being proper anyway.
I forgot Videlin because he's behind me. I can't see his face.
as it should be, my friend.
Hiding.
So shall we check out the
Turnuk
rest of
looks
the room?
suspiciously at Videlin.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Clearly, I'm not equipped for frontline adventuring.
Studious folk. After my own heart. Okay, so let's take a look here and let's get out of this room because
I agree.
this is a trap. It feels like it.
I'll anyone care to help searching this room?
I will aid Turnuk in looking for Wolf's Bane if I could to try to.
I'm very good at searching.
Or
He'll be getting out the list again to remember. A vial of children's tears. Wolfsbane under a new moon. A book by Averin Quarter, and a wood sliver of an unholy cross. And if anyone looks at this list, it's all just pictures except for Averin Quarter's name, that's spelt badly.
Yeah.
What the fuck what is that list? You say it intelligently, but what is it? Did you write that with a crayon, Turnuk?
I think this man has a fairly good way of writing stuff down that you require. Yes, the function of a list or a piece of paper like this is to remind yourself of your needs. So if this is the way he learns the way he needs, the things he needs, then it is sufficient for his needs.
That's good. I just meant, like, how are we supposed to read it if he drops it? That looks like what is that? A wood sliver? That's supposed to be a wood sliver? Look like a finger. I would have been looking for an unholy finger.
So he would have drawn like a rudimentary log and a snake.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, hey, I'm not mocking you, Turnuk. I apologize if I'm coming across as an asshole, but I'm sorry. I just want to help. It's just hard for me to understand lack of education.
We could make a copy.
No, you read it aloud. It's in here. We're good now, brother. We're good. We'll find it.
So, as you start searching, and as you kind of approach this feast, it's clearly illusory, and you're kind of wondering why such a shoddy illusion. And as you finish this conversation, there is a sudden crashing noise, to which I need all of you to make me a dex saving throw.
Whee! Damn it, I was hoping for the bread golem.
Wow. Okay.
2 17s. I don't know how that happened.
Okay. So, all of you managed to save, which is good. As the window just shatters inwards, and with a sudden gust of wind, all of the chandelier is just washed out, and you're plunged once again into darkness. Let's see.
The light spell is still up, right?
Yeah.
So we're
Okay,
still
so
up.
you guys only take 2 points of damage as the glass blown in by this wind just all hits you. There's no way of completely dodging this.
How long was that temp hit points for the storm?
Temp hit points usually last until a long rest or until they get replaced by other temporary hit points.
Okay.
I think so. There wasn't anything that looked like specific in the rules to the end of the range.
There's nothing like that. They refresh at a long rest when the rest
Yeah.
of your health refreshes and resets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this like gust of wind that comes in, and there's like this kind of smell of ozone now in here. And as you kind of get your bearing after being pelted by glass, there is no sign of anything in here, and it's as if like all of the illusion had been just dropped.
When this happens, seeing as I heard something about the elements being set and this being quite elemental, I want to see for something that resembles either a physical or a magical sort of thing that I could discern as being a key, either in the room or in the wind somewhere or anywhere else that I can see right now.
Okay. Yeah, you can make me a roll for that, perception, investigation, whichever.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. This is a very devoid room of anything that you imagine could be a physical or metaphorical key.
Mhm.
But yeah, the gust of wind has also blown open the next door into the next room.
Shall we continue, my friends?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, yeah. It has
No
no idea we're
problem
coming.
here.
Okay, let's go.
Doom, 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 doom.
I'm going up
Very
front
well.
with the barbarian again, I guess.
Even as you start approaching, you can there's light coming from this new room. And as you peek in, this is very obviously a kitchen, very well equipped, large black stove standing across one wall, variety of pots and pans, broad counter with numerous drawers, a lot of knives chilling out.
Well, that's not safe.
Well, I guess we're gonna have a hard time finding the child's tears. None of this is very, child safe in this house. I don't think we're gonna find them.
Some of you guys are armored, right?
I got some armor on.
Does anyone of you have a helmet on?
No.
Okay.
I only have the thickness of my skin from growing up in the woods of Barovia.
Okay, just wondering.
We don't have a mighty forehead like you, hammering the spider webs into the wall.
There's not even anything that you see. You're sure that I hit it that front, and nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
Big callus. Okay. Yeah. So what all do we see as we go in? I'm gonna snapshot the detect magic every time I enter a room just to see.
Okay,
if there's
yeah.
anything.
Snapshot, detect magic, nothing magical.
Okay.
Through another door.
There are two doors actually. One that actually had a glass pane in it, which leads to outside. Another that leads, again, inside more.
No books or papers?
There's a couple of cookbooks.
I mean, Turnuk's going to go across and point them out. Do you think maybe one of these could be written by Averin Corder?
I do not think so. I think these are books for cooking, not for magical effects.
Well, wait a second. It could be hidden.
Take a look. We could always take a look, of course.
Oh, sure. I can read with the best of them. Just flip through them and see if there's anything
I'll help
unique.
you look through them.
Hidden through the page.
Yeah, they're the cookbooks.
Oh, a quiche. Very nice. Okay.
I really appreciate you guys reading for me.
No worries, my friend. There's stuff that I can do for you that you cannot, and there's stuff you can do for me that I cannot. I see you have a nice blacksmith hammer on that belt of yours. I imagine you being a well enough person in the arts of blacksmithing, which is something I have never in my life experienced. So imagine you being a master to me in that respect. So I bow my head for that, and I bow my head for you.
I got a letter from my master. You can read it if you want.
Oh, of course. And I come towards you with a big smile and really comforting approach you.
Maybe once we've found things, though.
Of course. Whatever you prefer. It might be smart to keep on going first.
I'll read it while we're walking, if you don't mind.
And I'll get out my my letter from my master, my blacksmith master. It literally just says Perrin Ibarra MSM awards the title of MSM to one Turnuk Karakh.
Oh, okay.
And I imagine a cross below that you personally signed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when he said master, I wanted to make sure it was like blacksmith master, not my master. Yes.
I guess we continue. Yes.
Yes.
We should make it to the study face down this Ebon Bane ourselves.
I must say, for everything you said, a bunch of webs were not that. If that's the hardest thing we're gonna experience across all this room, how much harder can it get?
Oh,
As you speak these words, as you speak Evan Vane's name, the room gets dark. And if you didn't think any better, perhaps this was a darkness spell cast. And all you see is the light coming off of this large iron stove. And it suddenly rages with a fire as red as fresh blood springing to life. No wood or coal in here, but it burns hot nonetheless. You watch as a pair of eyes and a wildly dancing mouth are visible in the flames. And in a hissing, sputtering voice, it says, "Welcome to my home, children of shadows. There can be no way out of my realm. The Shadow Lady Shadowborn has called you to your deaths, just as I called her to hers so many years ago. She had done a foolish thing, for with your deaths she will lose faith, and that will cost her the battle. Feel fear, children, for just as she called upon those of her kind to defend her, so I call upon my heirs to strike you down." And with that, the flames go out.
I'm
You-
looking.
In
You
the
notice-
darkness, Turnuk
Natural
was
darkness.
running towards it with his water skin.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's no fire anymore.
did the face look familiar?
It didn't particularly look familiar, but it certainly had the same voice as the creepy death mask voice.
Ishin is just looking around, like into the corners, and you just see him finishing this yawn that's just persisted for like 4 seconds. Shall we continue?
Yeah, it's yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's a door that seems to lead outside, assumably to whatever backgrounds there are. And there's another door that leads further into the house.
There's still a storm going on, so outside is not an option at the moment.
Study. We must get to the study.
Yeah,
Let's go.
The
let's
books.
find the study for the books for our friend Turnuk.
Okay.
We can ask this Ebonsbane about unholy crosses.
I'm sure he will be well inclined to tell us stuff as soon as we manage to put him on his place.
All right. So you guys take the indoors and you enter into kind of a transition area. There is a landing for stairs. There's one set of stairs leading up and one set of stairs leading down.
I pull out a coin and I say, let's flick a coin to see where we go, right?
Okay, so let's just go up. Down is always just it's down. It is. Let's just go up.
You two are learned. You would know where a study is in a house. This is.
Yeah.
That is
the
true.
first
I
time
expect
I've
us to
been
go
there.
upstairs then, so we go up.
Never study in the basement. It's never.
Well, it
ends
depends on what kind of study you do. I mean, if it's some sort of necromantic study dealing with undead, I imagine studies being downstairs and basements more likely.
True, but they usually don't have manners like this with
That
fine
is very
dining room.
much true.
How would you know?
Well, I've spent my entire life studying, adventurers and wars and warriors and great
Oh.
doers of good, and they usually storm the place, and it's a cave or a nastiness. But when you storm a sophisticated place like a manor, you got to expect a little bit of class in your evildoer. That's all.
I imagine at the sound of you saying storm, you hear a big thunder strike outside.
Sorry.
That is strange. As much as you've studied it, I've only watched adventurers come here to do the same thing and die.
Well, I've never
Then
read
let-
about them. Or
Then
this
let us
place.
find our fate in death. At least it would have been adventurous, right? And trying to do the right thing. That's the least thing we can do.
He'll nod, but maybe give Cation a sad smile, as I think Stavros knows what awaits after death.
Cation definitely knows that this place is terrifying. This is you don't have to roll an insight or anything to realize that this is all an act. But it helps him. I mean, it's with reassuring yourself, you actually reassure yourself. It's with confidence. If you talk yourself into confidence, you will get confident, right? So that's the thing he learned in his monastery, how to deal with things. Just face it head first, and yeah, see what comes out of it.
We'll have a good cry later. Yes.
I
And some mojito.
guess up then.
Let's go up then. And we go up.
Cool.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You ascend the creaking stairs that seems to barely hold on to your weight as you walk up the lot of wood. You have entered into a hallway. There are a few doors. I need all of you to make me perception checks.
I can see pretty good.
I can
God
see.
damn it. Almost a crit.
Okay. So all of you hear faint clinking sound, like metal moving, coming from one of the doors further down the hall.
Clinking, like something walking on the floor clinking, or
Sounds like something moving, metal
Okay.
moving.
How many doors are there here?
There's about 5, but you can kind of pinpoint where the sound is coming from. One of the furthest doors on the right.
Shall I try to go up ahead and maybe find out what is going on there before we go in? I do imagine the door with the most noise possibly being a place with a enemy of sorts. So at least a place we need to check out.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here. Turnuk, what do you think? I mean, you're the spearheading your thing here.
I don't know. Where's the book most likely to be?
Well, it is in the study, but we at least know there might be a vampire around here. He might be in that room.
Okay,
We should start at this end and work our way over, really.
That's another option, of course.
I will take a position, I think, in front of Ogden and the Dellin, since I'm a bit more martial. I'll, try to be in front of them to take any potential hits.
You were the barbarian, right? I'll stand right next to you. I'll take the front with you. No problem.
Okay, let's SWAT team this. I mean, let's get in this room. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Are you going quickly or stealthily?
I do have a suggestion. If we do go stealthily, I have some maybe some training that I could exert to you people that could help us get through this in a even more stealthily manner.
Why not?
I cast Pass Without Trace using key points. And everybody around me gets a +10 to their dexterity stealth checks.
Very good.
As long as they stay around me in a small little zone, which I imagine everybody still is and will be.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
if you guys want to stealth, you can roll me a stealth check, and whatever you get, you add +10 to it. So it's really kind of like, unless you get real low, you're fine. Yeah. Cation, oh my god.
Oh shit!
I told you I wasn't very sneaky.
I'm glad I did that.
Holy shit. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow. The
We walk in and we're kicking things over, and
It's an average of 16, so that's not bad.
It is an average. It is a group stealth essentially.
Yeah, so it's the
Which-
lowest of the top 3, I guess, right?
Yeah, with everyone with a +10 on top, you're fine. This wasn't the greatest, but thankfully with the magics of the shadows,
So
able-
you see me crouch in a little bit, and around me, maybe even out of my pores of my skin itself, you see these little black shadowy tentacles come out that encroach everybody of you, and you feel yourself just almost get a sort of a shadowy look to you that you can almost look through, but not entirely. There's a little bit of cloudiness to it, and that's what we move with.
These nasty little tentacles aren't going to touch me, are they?
No, they will not. Trust
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I will note that at this point, as soon as Cation does that, Videllin very briefly looks far more unnerved than he has looked at any point. Like, he's been pretty calm the whole time. Spiderwebs attacking us. Yeah, okay. I've seen this. This, though, is something that he's wary, but it happens, and then he's okay with it. But I just wanted to make a point of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
like-
for me, it's the most normal thing to do, right? But I don't realize the people that are around me.
Yeah. So you guys sneak your way to this door with the clinking sounds, and it's become obvious that it's not just one thing moving in here, but multiple.
Okay, I check really carefully if the door's locked or not. I just want to disconcern if it's locked. I don't want to open it further. I just want to check if I can open it or not.
So you're putting your hand on the door.
Yes.
Cool.
Fuck.
As you place your hand on the door, a stream of gleaming fire lances forth and just engulfs Cation. There is a searing, Cation, you feel the searing heat just ripping through every part of your body. And yet you also feel like you're freezing. Your vision is kind of blurred. And everyone can hear that same wicked voice. And for you, Cation, it feels like it's in your brain. It says, learn what it means to challenge Ebonbane. Learn what it is to suffer the pain of death. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
If his hand's still on the door, Turnuk will pull him off.
Oh shit. 9.
You are reduced to 1 hit point.
Oh, great. Oh shit.
Damn.
I just fall down on my knees, and
Catch.
my entire face, just from the entire time you see me, I try to hold up this idea of confidence, and that's all gone. And I fall down. My face falls down. My smile's gone. Oh. And
Nothing.
I'm a bit dazed by it, really.
Nothing happened to Turnuk. Did anything happen to Turnuk because he grabbed his hand while he was on the door?
Turnuk is fine.
Okay.
So, like,
Just want to make.
holding Cation as he falls, Turnuk will look at everyone else sort of wild-eyed.
Well, just a little puzzled why they didn't do anything to you. Okay, that's good. Good for you. Oh my, he looks a little fucked up. Let me be the touchy guy here for a moment.
I'll come over and cast Cure Wounds on Cation.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Just a question. There's an ability, that makes me drop to 1 HP, right? Does that mean that I still have the 1 temporary HP that I had left from the temp HP? Or is that gone too?
It eats through your temporary hit points first.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah,
you
cool.
were down to 1 HP.
Yeah, perfect. Just a mechanics question.
Yeah, no worries. And all of you can see that, like, Cation's kind of covered in these, his clothing and his hair and his skin had been kind of that same blackened look as, the defiled holy tome and every other kind of strange burns that you've seen.
A good thing I
in
don't
this
have
house.
any hair or eyebrows, so that cannot get burnt off. I'm totally bald and hairless, and
Okay, yeah. So it's just like the clothing
Yeah,
and your
exactly.
items are kind of just blackened.
Can we fix him?
I think our friend here has already done a little bit, even though I'm not at perfect health at the moment. I think we can go for a little bit longer.
Stop. Go ahead.
I'm at 10 HP right now, so yeah.
You look awful.
Well, if there is a place where we potentially could rest for a little hour, I could maybe meditate for a little bit and enforce my body. But I do not know how smart that would be in a place like this.
No, we're in a rush.
The house she said would gain power and try to kill us. He will take
That's
off his
why.
cape though and hand it to you since your clothes are so charred. He'll kind of put it around you and start rolling up his sleeves.
Yeah.
Thank you, friend. And you see me I'm really appreciative of this.
I think he knows we're here. Should we just blow this thing open?
The
totally
trap's
agree.
sprung. If
Yeah,
we're
let's-
going to go now, I think we've already.
Oh wait, I need to roll a concentration check on that actually for my pass without trace, and I fail. So
Yup.
that really hurt.
All right. I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Cation.
Ooh, thank you. What does that do?
Very
yeah,
nice.
just- Yeah, this
Oh,
we got to keep you fresh.
that's amazing. Thank you.
Okay.
Turnuk will hesitantly touch the door.
Before you do that, I tried to interrupt you. Let's try this with my little handy friend, and a spectral hand appears in front of you. And with that, I want to try you to open the door.
Very smart. As the mage hand goes and opens the door, and there's kind of a wave of heat, even just from the little crack of the door that now opens. That seems to wash over all of you.
And what's inside?
Are you opening this slowly, quickly? What's happening here?
At this point, Cation have thrown all caution in the wind, and he pushes it open, and I don't want to run in, but I definitely want to pop my head in.
Okay.
Because this is the toughest thing he's ever faced, and he's faced some tough shit.
Yeah, so you open it up, and you kind of peek your head as the wash of heat goes over you. This looks like to be a study, but it's been bastardized. So you see bookshelves lining the room, but in the center there is what almost look like to be a makeshift forge or blacksmithery that's happening here. There are suits of armors that are kind of walking back and forth. And on the table, there are swords all laid out. And as you do this, and as you see these swords laid out, there's one that catches your eye, one that is black. Like almost as, like all of it was created out of this dark black metal that seems to almost suck the light out from whatever is close by to it, and your mind immediately shifts to the nightmares you have. Whatever foe ever fights you, always carrying the sword that it strikes you down.
I hate to break it to you guys, but Turnuk never had any nightmares. So you say there's like suits of armor walking around? He'll just walk up to them.
God.
I'm going to say, just because Cation is the one who's in the doorway, that you're going to have to push past him to get through.
Oh no, he wouldn't do
So,
that.
okay.
And I would definitely not let him through.
Yeah,
Just
looking
out
at
of
him
protection,
wide-eyed.
because you seem really you're I'm caring for you more at this point than I'm caring for myself right now, because you're just so sad to my character that you're not getting anywhere near that right now.
So, evil sword. It kills. Yep, it killed me in my sleep. Guarded by things. Maybe your book's in here, Turnuk. Does anybody know how to shut those things off?
4 keys?
Oh, 4 keys? Do we need keys?
They said something about elemental keys.
That there were 4 keys of the elements somehow.
And that shuts the armor off. And then we can look
Or
at the
maybe
book.
they're-
Well, another
One-
option is just kicking it until it's down.
I'm not good at kicking, really.
Well, fortunately, I am.
I do have magic that could more than likely, at the very least, thin their numbers greatly. But again, it boils back to that whole, do I want to set this building unintentionally on fire while we're still inside?
Oh, yeah.
No, we need the book.
I like the first part, not the second part.
Yeah, you had a lot to offer there for a minute. And then, yeah, okay.
That is the main drawback towards my particular form of magic in this environment.
Keep it at the ready, my friend. We may need it before the end of all of this.
Can
Don't
we
believe me,
s-
I'm prepared.
can we see the book from out here? Can you tell which one was written by Mr. Corder?
If I think we would have to enter the room to investigate further.
Okay. I just thought maybe I could grab the book and hug it, and then you could explode everything, Vidilin.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have anything that would. I mean, we could. Hey, you want to take turns with the mage hand and kind of float it in there, and we'll float our mage hands in there and just slowly start to fill our books out. I don't.
Considering we were all still chatting, their armors are not reacting or anything, right?
They haven't reacted yet.
Okay, so yeah, we're just chatting on, because otherwise there would have been other stuff going on.
Yeah.
We just don't want to disturb them, you know.
So just casually chatting out here while these living armors are running around this room. Great. Well, that is certainly an option. Do you want to just try to carry out some of these books?
Actually, I don't know if I can because I have that spell on you. And
Mage Hand is a. I do not think it's not concentration.
okay, so then I went. Yeah, sure, we can try. Just send our floating little hands in and start scooping out books.
For sure.
Does anyone know anything about this guy? Would it be a fancy book?
I do not recognize the name.
Those of you who may want to see if you recognize this name, do a Arcana or History check.
Oh yeah, definitely history.
That's
That's my jam. Haha. Let's see.
I'm not rolling.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, this is a again
yes.
another very nice. Both of you are able to tell like this fairly he's known to be a really kind of weird researcher. You know that he's that one guy that you don't really want to talk to, but he's good at what he does. You know that he's very particular about how he binds his book. They're always with these bright blue with a red trim on the bindings. Very particular about it. He's that kind of guy.
Okay, I'll let Keisha know. I'll let everybody know that. Yeah, it's a blue. It's probably got to be a blue book with red trim. He's weird, so maybe there might be baby tears in one, like as an extra bonus if you buy early. But we'll see what we can find. We'll start getting blue books and hovering them over.
Before we do that, let's be prepared for anything that can happen. Let's first maybe look at the shelves if we can find one of your description before we start pulling random books out and having armor randomly attacking us.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Just a blue one, and I'm gonna bring it back over.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So, yeah, I will allow that you're kind of able to pick out the blue covers from around here and start kind of dragging them over. But you're gonna have to navigate this mage hand so that it doesn't attract the attention of these living armor. So roll me a dex. See if you can kind of navigate your hand away. Nat 20. Oh. Nat 20! Holy shit!
Oh, high five over the internet.
Yes.
Okay.
Double
We're
nut.
super
Yeah.
handy.
Wow.
There is absolutely no way that any of this armor could have seen it. As you just, even as you're getting more bold and pulling like
We're
two
just
books at a
throwing them
time.
between us. You're just juggling them between the
Yeah, it's like an assembly line.
backwards, just
I'm not-
because that's faster.
Want my hand to look like a shark fin as it.
Yeah, as you just start pulling out books. Are you kind of just pulling them into the hallway to
Yeah.
pour over them?
Yeah, we want to just get them here first before we start inspecting them. So anything that looks blue, we're gonna pull over here, and even some that look like a little bit greenish because it has a little bit of blue in it. Just to be safe.
Okay.
We'll just pull anything blue that because I don't know what he's describing, right? So I'm trying to get as much as I can for this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
I'll
no
remind Videllin and ask him to read it over it while we're doing this.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
exactly what Videllin was planning to do.
Cool. So, Vanilla, like some of these books are like trash, they're basically like fluff magic books, like Magic 101. And some of them are like tomes of like, history books, or like a lot of books about Lathander and the history of the champions of Lathander. You're going through a lot. But you do find, as you go, you find one book, bright blue with red trim on it, which as you flip open, there is the name of Evan Quarter in it.
Of course, we definitely mentioned this to Turnuk.
We got it. I'll grab it and I'll put it in I'll hug it. I'm not letting go of it. I got it.
Okay, you just have the whole book now.
How big is it?
It's a fairly.
Is it tome?
Are we talking City of Mist textbook? Yep.
Yeah, tome.
Yep. Okay.
Yes, I. Props. Yes. So you have this book now. You have like a pile of like 20 books or so kind of scattered in the hallway, unless you were returning them.
No.
Yeah, so there's like a pile of 20 books right now.
I don't see any kids.
So do we need anything else in here, or shall we just?
Is there an unholy cross?
What
does that
if
look
there
like?
is, I rather not enter the room further.
Yeah, that's the sword, and I don't think that's going to count.
We were tasked with trying to fight the shadow back in the study for the lady of this house. That's why we were brought here.
Do you suggest just going in and trying to defeat this thing?
I don't see it. I just see these walking things. And she's a dirty pirate hooker that brought us all here. And I'm more worried about Mr. Turnuk's condition, or his husband's condition.
I mean,
whatever it is.
I know how to shut a forge down pretty quick.
Do tell us.
Well, either just take away the air.
Perhaps we shut down the forge, we fight the armor, we get the keys that we need.
And we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I guess that's
That sounds like a perfect plan.
fair
It's
enough.
the sort of plan where if it works, you look like a genius, and if it fails, then we all die horribly. But we're here anyway, my friend.
I might as well give it the first option. Let's go.
So, I'm just concerned that we're not focusing on Turnuk, we're focusing on this lady's plot. But, I mean, majority rules. Let's go.
Well, my thinking is just that if we can clear the threat from this room, we can see what's inside. And if this is somehow related to the force occupying this castle, then, if we can, this house, then if we can somehow weaken it or nullify it, then perhaps we can move with a bit more freedom.
Like, also, she said there were 4 keys. 4 of you need to leave this place. I don't know if they get you out, but even if you leave this place with a book, there's no guarantee that you will ever leave Ravenloft.
I'm not too worried about that right now. Maybe if I save Isteros, I won't have to leave.
Oh, is
Your
husband
home is
here?
where your family is, right?
Yeah.
Your home is where your clan is. I have the exact same feeling. And I give you a bit of a pat on your back as well.
How do GIF look again? Do they look like sort of like dark-skinned elves?
They're green. They have they're really skinny. I'm a Githzerai specifically, so we're more the wisdom types instead of the strength type. The Githyanki are the strength type with the shields. I'm really lean, slender. I have some sort of pointy eyes, but I have a bald head. Maybe imagine a combination of a elf and a Namek from Dragon Ball Z with a dark greenish skin. Yeah.
I guess if your skin's like dark and you've been saying about like being able to see underground and stuff, I'll say thank you, but I'll say it in undercommon.
Raise an eyebrow. Sorry, I do not speak that language.
Oh, sorry, I assumed.
I am from the Shadowfell. I was raised in the Githyanki monastery. Sorry, Githzerai monastery.
I'm sorry.
That's no problem, my friend. You cannot apologize for stuff you do not know. There's no apologizing needed for the cases like these.
Okay.
All right, so I'm curious to find out, how do you plan to shut down the forge? And how do you plan to try to find the keys?
Well, if you close all the doors and shut off the chimney, it'll burn out in like 10-20 minutes. No oxygen.
But still, do you think all the keys are present here, or they might be present some else place in these rooms?
I think either option is equally likely.
Or we could go for the alternative option of, as my old master would say, just fucking wing it.
I want you all to get out, but whatever evil's in this room, this place is my home. I'd like one less shadow in this realm if I could help it.
Nah, just do it and get it over with, one way or the other.
I'll probably put my sword away, try and tuck the book under my chainmail and do my belt up tighter to keep it safe, and then I'll draw my shield and warhammer to try and defend the hell out of that book.
Okay.
So, just as a question as a player, did we decide to just go in and see what's gonna happen, or?
I think Stavros jumps in the room. He's
But Vidal, shoot them before we get to, if we're gonna attack these things, just shoot them.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot them before
There
we
is-
run in.
There is one thing I do want to try first,
Okay.
but I'm very willing to shoot them. Well, my first thing would just be to attempt to, once I get into the doorway, to try and dispel magic on one of them to see if that,
Oh.
because if that works, then that's
Okay.
If you have a plan, definitely go for it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I'm standing ready to fight if there's a fight, and if not, then not. So go right ahead.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm just saying, if we're going in, that would be his first move, right? Like, it's like we can...
Great. So what are you dispelling magic on?
One of the suits of armor, the nearest one.
Cool. So you all jump into the room, and as you kind of cast your arcane magic, and you watch as there's kind of a glow of red purple energy around one of these armor as you cast a spell, and you just watch as it just falls apart into a clatter, and the other armor kind of turns in place to face this new sound. As you watch as that same kind of gust of wind that you had experienced before seemed to blow through this room, as the sword on the table lifts up, floating in the air.
Oh no.
And as it does, what it becomes engulfed in the sheath of flames, and a pair of brilliant pinpoints of light appear on its blade. And the voice fills the room, and it shrieks, "You stand in the presence of Evanbane. I am not but absolute evil, soft ones. Avert your eyes and kneel before me, lest I make your death slow and painful."
Oh, that was
Turnuk
pretty good.
is pretty submissive. He'll probably start kneeling.
What are you doing?
Oh, I mean,
Come on, man, get up. You want to get back to your husband? This ain't the way to do it.
I know. I
threw
just
a dart at the sword.
I will cast guiding bolt at the sword. Try to get it before he gets.
All right, so with that in mind, how did we roll one more round of initiative, shall we? Yes, I roll for
What's
this
it with me and a once today?
evil fucking sword. Where is this stuff? Let me find Evanbane's stats. Oh, this is fun.
Go, Benny. Go.
Wait, actually, someone rolled lower than me.
Yes.
Oh my god.
How?
Ooh, second one in a row. That one.
Yeah,
Although
they're
this
not
is-
very high on the initiative. Okay, so first is 7.
Now, do we see a like an incorporeal form with the sword, or just the sword talking?
It's the sword talking.
Okay.
Sword sheet like covered in fire with eyes on it,
Oh yeah.
shouting at you. Yeah, it's great.
Great.
Okay. Okay, so
You need a roll off?
yeah, okay, so first off is Stavros, I believe.
I think so. So, as I'll use my bonus action to rage once again, but I'll turn to all of them like, if you need to leave, I suggest you leave when you must. I think I've known for a long time this is where I die. And I will run into the room as the storm blazes around me and my friends and I will recklessly attack.
Cool. Do the thing.
Do we get temp HP again or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes,
That was an important
Yes,
question.
temp HP for the.
Okay, so you start raging, and during that we get temp HP, right?
3. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 13 will not hit, but the 24 will.
Will the advantage do it for the reckless attack?
The
with other
advantage,
one?
yes, 21 will hit.
Gotcha. Okay, that's
Okay, so your sword just clangs against this black metal on the sword, and it doesn't even it seems to kind of take a tiny bit, but it seems to laugh in your face.
Those are the best kind of swords. Yes.
Yes, the swords that you have been killed by several times in your dreams.
And that talk to you.
Yes. Hilda.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Davos? Is that just your trying to carve into this guy?
That's all. I've run up and I've hit, and maybe I think my eyes go wide on realizing I've done almost no damage. Put my head down for a moment, breathe, and then look back up resolute, knowing this is his end.
Okay. Videlin. So you
Well-
cast Dispel Magic, and now what are you going to do?
Now, I'm going to see how many of the suits of armor would you say could I get in a 10-foot radius?
You could probably get so there were originally about 4. You could definitely get 2. One is already down. You could get 2 more if you were
Okay.
to just.
Then I will, with his eyes crackling with lightning, Videllin's finally going to tap into some of his deep magic. He's got a shatter. He's going to throw into between 2 of the suits of armor.
Great. Awesome. So is that an attack roll, or do I have to do a save?
There's a save. I think it's a DC 12.
Okay.
Is there enough room for him to get the sword too? Like, is a sword in the middle of all these armor, like in the middle of a square of armors?
Yeah, kind of in the middle of the square. But just from where they're placed, they're kind of in corners. So it'd be difficult to catch the sword as well.
Well, I would rather catch the sword. I just didn't want to also catch Stavros.
Yeah, you would be catching Stavros well.
Yeah, so I'll just do what I was doing.
Do it, my dude. Stavros is ready. Hit him.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the back.
It's up to you, Videlin.
No.
Okay.
He's much more useful as a distraction.
Okay, so you go after that's a 6, and that's a 5. So both of them fail.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shatter is amazing.
Yeah, for armor, it's not great for them.
They
I
get
do.
disadvantage, don't they?
Yes, inorganics.
Yep. So they're screwed as you just shatter open like part of their metal bodies. Yeah, they're not doing so hot.
Excellent. That's it for me, I think.
Cool.
I think
Hagen.
this is the first time you see Keishan actually have his mouth open in amazement for once. It's a joyful amazement, and a little bit of the spark is back in his eyes at the moment, and this definitely helps.
Very well. Hagen, what do you want to do?
Oh my. I have such horrible stats. My attack modifier is awful. All right, I guess I will hop up in front of
This is a stupid question. Do you have a healing word? Yes or no?
Oh, I do.
Okay. Cough, bonus action.
I know, but then I can't cast another spell.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
I'll hop in front of Videlin. I'm like, wow, let's pat him on the shoulder real quick while I'm running by him. That's good. I'll try to follow up with something. I'm sure it's shittier. And I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave and do the same thing. Just try to get those 2 and hit them, hurt them, hopefully kill them. If not, at least blow them back. Create some distance, some standoff distance.
Cool. They're gonna do another goddamn save, which they're not good at. Oh, okay. Gee. So they got shattered, but they managed to hold their ground for the Thunder Wave.
It's only 4.
Yeah, they're not looking super hot.
Boom. Okay, so there's that, and yeah, that's all I can do. And then I'm like, that was lackluster. I'm just gonna creep back here and get back beside Videlin.
Cool. Cation.
I run up towards the sword,
Mhm.
and I try to find the perfect center point of a balanced weapon, which I hopefully have learned a bit in my monastic training, and I'm gonna hit it at that place.
Interesting. Okay.
This has a reason. I'm gonna hit him with my my fist. Melee. That will be a 9 to hit. God damn, what was with my rolls today?
Yeah, you hit, and it's almost like you hit like a solid wall.
Then I'm gonna retract. My other fist was already flying towards it to try to hit it again.
Okay. The 24 does hit.
Then I wanna do damage on it. So that's sorry, wrong button. I will do this. So it would have been 2 bludgeoning damage from that.
Yeah,
No, that can't be right. That's no, that can't be right. Because I have a plus 3 for my dex. Oh,
okay.
that should be 3 more.
Okay, so even as you do this, even as you know this isn't going to be a lot of damage, it even feels like less as your blow hits, but again, Aaron Bane seems unfazed.
While I do this, actually, because I tried to hit the center point, I want to use a key point to attempt a stunning strike.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
Oh.
was aiming for this spot.
Very
So I
nice.
can use 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike. You have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
That's a 19.
God damn it. Okay. Then I'm gonna hit it again with my bonus action.
Okay. Yep.
That would be a hit.
Yep.
And that would be 6 bludgeoning damage. And I would spend another key point to attempt to use another stunning strike.
Okay. That's a 10.
Then you do not make it and you are stunned, or at least your sword is stunned until the end of your next turn.
Okay. So as you punch a second time, you feel, even as you feel like you're hitting basically a wall, there's a sense of reverberation that you feel through the metal as it seems to, your strike seems to shake up it. And the pinpricks of eyes just kind of narrow at you.
My arrows, my eyes narrow as well. And I'll just, to be safe, fall back a bit.
Are you going to risk an attack of opportunity?
From who? From the sword?
Yes.
Who is stunned?
Right. God damn it.
Besides that, I have the mobile feat, so whenever I try to attack something, even if I do not hit something, I can run away from it without it without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Fair.
So
Okay.
I just want to fall back.
Clever.
A bit,
Yeah, you fall back.
Too healthy. Yeah.
It would be Evan Bane's turn, but he's currently stunned and extremely unhappy about it. So instead, he's going to instruct his.
You're stunned until the end of your next turn.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's going to instruct the armor to do things because that's something he can still do.
Okay.
So
I think it's the end of your next turn, Cation.
It's next turn.
Oh, it's okay.
It's
That's
next turn. So the entire turn is lost from.
Okay.
yeah, but it still has the armor in its control. So the armor, who is close to it?
Wow.
Does it have to
all
speak for this?
gold is for me?
No.
Okay, no.
It's magic.
Perfect.
It's magic shit
Oh.
happening.
Yeah, sure.
Telepathy.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Plot armor. It's plot armor.
it's a big bad, guys. Come on. So one of the armor is going to go after who's it going to go after? One of them's going to go after Videllin. So lumber up into your space because you just fucked it up. So one's going after Videllin. with 11. One's going after Stavros with a 9. Ooh. And one's going after Cation with a 12. Wow, these are shit rolls.
It would have had advantage on me since I attacked recklessly.
That is true. Thank you. Nope.
I get hit.
And with you just see me easily dodging this this thing coming towards me. I have a 17 AC without any armor.
Oh, that's 7 points of damage to you, Vidalin, as this sword from this hammer, from this armor just across you.
Thank God for temporary hit points again.
So that is the end of Evanbane's turn. Turnuk, what do you want to do, my friend? Interesting.
I was muted for that whole thing. Architect Origins donates to give a specific thing. For Bloodblade of Burden plus 3 falls to the sky. With the blade of his great sword is teeming with life and darkness. It calls out to Turnuk Karakh. You're strong after all my power. Normal damage plus 2d8 necrotic damage. Heals for half necrotic damage down, and all of my DCs are rolled at disadvantage. Thank you, guys.
Very nice.
I'll add
right.
that shortly. At the moment, he's I imagine it lands next to him, and he doesn't really know what to do. He's currently got his shield and hammer out. He'll back.
So
up.
yeah, so what I imagine is that as all this battle is going on, one of the swords get knocked off the table and scatters towards your feet. This strange red blade.
Does it look good?
Looks good.
I mean,
like
to a blacksmith side, does it look?
Yeah, it looks
good?
Very finely crafted.
I guess I'll sort of put my foot on it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and stand in front of Vidalin, near Vidalin, and defend him. I'm gonna ready an action so that if anyone tries to attack Vidalin or myself, I'll react then.
Okay, so you, as this whole happens, and you place a foot on the sword, it says, "Are you worthy to wield me? Are you the one?"
The one of what?
The one strong enough to hold me, use me, be my partner.
I mean, I've always been stronger than the other boys, but I have a partner. Thank you very much.
Who is he talking to?
You have no idea. He's just talking to somebody.
Help Vidalin. There's an armor attacking him.
Exactly.
Oh, it's actually attacking Vidalin.
Yeah.
Then I will walk forward, still trying to get between the two of them, and then attack this thing, and I'll rush in with my hammer.
Yeah,
13.
A 13 with an armor does not hit, unfortunately. 24 does, though. Okay. Yeah, this one had already had its, chest plate cracked, and has had Thunder Wave. This one goes down. Goodbye.
Now I'll stand in front of Vidalin.
Yes, with your foot on this sword that's just kind of talking to you.
Thank you, my diminutive friend.
Kiana, how
Mhm.
far can we communicate about a battle plan as players?
you're probably gonna have to shout about it in character as well.
Fair enough. Cool.
So, at top of the round, Stavros, what would you like to do?
Okay, well, there's still one armor attacking Videllin.
No, there's one attacking Ogden. No, Case. No, there's one attacking Videllin, one attacking Cation, and one attacking you.
Oh, yeah, I got one on me. So I will actually swing on that one recklessly. It's coming.
Roll 20 sometimes does this, where it's like, how about I don't send your rolls?
Yeah, sorry.
It's great when the big bad does it. You're like, well, did he hit me? Well,
Yeah, it's reloading here. It seems I'm a little stuck on my character sheet.
No worries. Roll 20 sometimes just like, nope. How about nah?
especially if you let it sit for a while, it tends to not like you when you come back.
Unresponsive. What?
Someone else can roll for you if you'd like, or I can roll for you.
Yeah, if anybody wants to, roll.
So you have a
roll it.
+6.
I've got a +7.
+7. Shoot. Okay, that doesn't hit, but you're rolling oh, there we go. There's one of them.
Dope.
A 17 does hit.
Okay, I will roll damage on that one.
Cool. This one looks like it's barely keeping itself together.
Dope. With that, I will just kind of continue to be ready to stave off attacks.
Don't you have an extra attack?
That first one missed.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Videllin.
So there's still 3 of these armors up, or did he drop his?
So there's 2 of them down.
2 of them.
So there's 2 left, one on Stavros and one that was on Cation.
Okay. How are they looking? They're pretty damaged. I know I can't tell how far they're.
The one on Stavros looks real bad. And the one on Cation's just totally fine. Had been untouched. It would chill in the corner until now.
And Cation himself isn't looking too good as well.
Well, Videllin will go back with what he knows this time. He'll start channeling a small ball of fire between his hands, and he's going to convert it into a trio of scorching rays. 1 on Stavros's, and then 2 on Cation's.
Okay. Is that an attack or me rolling a thing?
They're attacks. I gotta roll.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
different attack rolls.
Cool. Go ahead. Okay, a 13 does not not do a lot of damage. It hit, but it doesn't seem to damage it. So roll the others. That one, a whole bunch of books are just casualties to this scorching ray.
There
21 does though.
And then how do I get the damage? It's just expired.
Yeah, in the chat, just go click on the scorching ray itself, like in the.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
2114.
There you
There you go. Very nice.
Oh, I learned something. Yay!
Roll 20. Yeah, so you managed to scorching ray the one on Cation, and burn like a hole through its shoulder plate there. Cool.
Better than nothing, my friends.
Better than nothing. Ogden.
Well, shit's getting real, of course. I don't know what to do. I see Cation's he's still taking a beating from earlier. So I think I'm gonna have to forgo any real big offensive. Try to help him out a little bit more. You still have the spell on you.
by the way.
Yes, I do, but unfortunately, these are not classified as one of those. I think.
No, not those. Not
Yeah.
those. Hopefully, the possessed sword will
Yep.
at least
Hopefully.
help you. Okay, so let's give you a little healing word with my bonus action. Oh yeah, rocking big with the 3 hit points, and
3 more than I had before, so I'm really happy with that.
we'll get you up there. And then Sacred Flame, the sword. Oh, I hope it hits.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Radiant loveliness.
Not
Suck it,
super
sword.
dexterous. Yeah, no. It's
Eat
4,
that,
so
you-
it takes 13 points of Sacred Flame radiant damage. Okay. Interesting,
Stupid
interesting.
training sword. Ha!
And yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna move back a little farther because I saw one of those attacking Videl, and I'm getting out of Turnuk's way, getting out of the way, and just
Yeah, so as your radiant flames seem to kind of seem to engulf this sword with already its own flames, seems to be taking a little more damage than you expected it to.
Burn, bitch. Now I'm gonna hide.
Radiant
Okay.
damage, good.
Yes. Cation.
Okay, I want to go for the all or nothing. I'm gonna hold my action until it's the sword has gotten its turn. I do want to move up to the sword. And
Okay.
Then I want to hold my action until it had its turn.
Okay.
That's the condition. That's the trigger. That's basically it.
Sounds good. Oh, it is its turn now. So first the armor is gonna deal some stuff. So, if you move, yeah. So one of the armors is going to try to attack you, Stavros. Nope. Well, I said 15. It's advantage because you
Yep.
attacked recklessly.
And 15 got him.
Okay, so I'll calculate damage in a sec. 19 on you, Cation.
That hits.
Okay, so 5 points of damage for Stavros and 3 points of damage for Cation.
That's my temp HP. God, I'm so happy with that. Also, for the occasion, I'm opening a really good bottle of rum that I got for my birthday. So
Very
let's
nice.
hope it brings some luck for what I'm gonna do next, maybe.
Is that slashing damage or piercing or
Yes.
bludgeoning that I took? So I'll take half for raging.
Yes, you will.
Got it.
Very good. And now it's the actual sword's turn. Who sees this gets all up in his face and he's not pleased. So he is going to take his attack, Cation, which will be your trigger. So
I want to wait until after its turn.
okay, so it's going to slash you with a 24
That's a hit.
and
was
a
it-
20.
And that's a hit as well.
Cool.
is that a fiend? What's his name? Is it possessed sword?
You know what? That would be true. So it's a disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, so
because of the
so we'll just do
protect-
this as the 20, which would hit, and the 10, which I don't think hits.
No, it does not.
Cool. So it's going to do
Please.
93 d8s.
going to do 14 points of damage.
That's 2 points too much. I had 13 health points and I fall down.
Yep, you fall down unconscious. You guys watch as Cation drops. He's still breathing, but he is badly burned as he had been both slashed and then hit with fire. So, shit got real. Turnuk, you hear this sword again say, "Come now. We could be working partners if you prove yourself to be worthy to hold my blade.
Can you, seeing Cation fall, can you help me beat that scary guy? The sword?
Who do you it seems to laugh derisively. Who do you think I am? I am the greatest sword that have ever existed and that you will ever know. Come now.
In
Prove
which
yourself.
case, I'll snatch up the blade. I take it it's well balanced and everything, so I'll run in with it, just dropping my shield and putting my hammer back on its loop. And I'll charge in to attack. $14.
A 14 does not hit. An 18 does, though.
I have a question. From our text-based background stuff, I use my action surge in that. Have I rested since then?
Yes.
Action surge.
Yep.
Oh!
Holy shit. Okay.
Do.
Whoa.
So.
Okay.
I mean, I'll heal for 11 damage, but I'm already at full health.
So as you lift up the sword, you feel it go, yes. Yes, prove yourself. And as you lift it and just carve into Evan Bane, you watch as there's like you actually scratch into the dark metal of the blade. It's causing this awful screeching noise. There's like a trail of like red and black energy coming from the sword that you didn't see before as it carves a couple of times into it. And Evan Bane shrieks and focuses its gaze upon you. But holy shit, you fucked it up. That one round. Oh my god.
Thanks, Architect.
Even with the halving of the slashing damage, necrotic damage, Jesus. Okay. Math in my head is happening. Okay, cool. Back to the top. Stavros.
Okay. Well, seeing that was effective, he's first going to try to cast off this armor that's still on him. I did attack recklessly to still get that.
So 23, yeah. 23 does hit.
12
okay, yeah.
damage.
That one is down.
All right. With that, as he pulls his axe from the rent armor, he will join Turnuk in fighting this sword. Actually, he'll run to the other armor, I think, knowing that what he can handle, the one that was near Cation.
Okay, yeah. Very well. 18 does hit.
All right.
16.
Oh, wow.
And that one is down.
Nice.
If I have any remaining move, I think I'll move right up to the sword. With
I was right next
Turnuk.
to it, so I don't think it's that far.
Okay, so I'll move up towards the sword too and try to menacingly look at an inanimate object.
As far as one could.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fidelin.
Do you believe I have line of sight to the sword past Turnuk and
Well, Turnuk is pretty short.
yes.
You could probably, there's a chance that you would clip Stavros, but you could probably get a okay line of sight. It's like not the worst.
Okay, that's good enough for Vidalin. That's good enough to warrant the sword getting an acid arrow.
All right.
I have to roll. That looks pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah, no shit. So you can roll that damage. It automatically does the doubling.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to. Waiting, loading.
Suspense.
Suspense. How much damage are you gonna do to it?
Boy, that's a slow arrow. Look at that thing. I can outrun that. Looks so powerful, though. It just floats.
It's
Well,
like fucking like Matrix slow mo.
at least it
Oh.
hits the correct target, right? It's
Yeah.
a definite hit.
13 plus 10. Holy fuck. Okay.
And damn. 23 acid damage.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if you could describe a sword to be bloodied, but like
Chipped?
there are bits and pieces of it that are starting to chip off. And it's as it howls again. Like the screech kind of like resonates within all of your heads.
I'm not mine. I'm down.
Yeah, not yours. You're down. Jesus. Okay.
I'm
Cool.
just chilling.
We need that.
Yeah. Very nice. Ogden, what do you want to do?
I watched the slow mode arrow just start melting the sword away. I'm like,
Boy, I can't fucking top that. Look at that. Oh shit. All right.
I'm going to use my bonus action, Healing Light, to give a d6 healing to. Oh, sorry, I clicked away. Give a d6 healing indication.
Oh, thank you.
And get him on his feet. And if I get in the right program, there we go. Dice roller. Ha. So you gain two hit points.
I'm up.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you
up.
were up to 2 hit points
I'm up.
as you you don't really remember what happened. You kind of went, there was burning, and then you suddenly your eyes snap open as you take another breath.
Thing is, this never happened before, ever. That's the.
This is my first time, I swear. I've never gone down.
Yeah.
Brand new for me.
Okay.
And I'll use my action to I'm gonna try. Guiding bolt the sword.
Okay,
Basha. Please tell me.
not with a 15, unfortunately.
Ah!
It is literally made out of metal, and it's a magic sword.
Yep.
High fucking AC.
That's it. That's it. Oh, the arrow and the I feel so ashamed. But he's up, so they did something.
You did something. You did good. Kason.
I want to stand up, maybe act, even though I'm aware and up, and I'm still focused as I am as being a monk. Even when I'm just down, I'm up. I want to act like I'm still groggy, like I'm the least threatening target still. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did last time. I'm going to hold my action, hopefully it attacking someone else while being not a threat at the moment until it's had its turn. And then attack it. I do stand up though.
Wait, why are you not attacking it?
Because I can either give it another turn or give you all advantage on your attacks.
Oh.
If,
Well, that would have been wonderful. Oh, shit.
Exactly. If I hit and I can stun it, hopefully, then everybody gets it because its turn is after me.
Yes, that's okay.
So
I
that's
see
why
that.
I have to delay. Sorry, I'm a mechanics kind of guy. I know.
That is totally fine. You're fighting an evil fucking sword.
Exactly. I want to take use of everything I've got, right?
All right. Well, it's Evan Bain's turn, who you guys just decimated his servants. He just took a fuck ton of damage. Not happy. So, he's going to do a couple of things. First, he's going to slash out at Turnuk with a 22. Okay. roll the damage. So that's 10 points of damage. And also going to slash out at Stavros. Is there? Yes. 16.
Yep.
Okay, that's yeah. So, you guys are slashed and also burnt with this unholy flame, and it's going to use a layer action because it can now, not having to control the armor. And I need everyone to make me a dex saving throw.
Oh, bother.
Finally.
That's a no for me, my dogs.
Ooh.
Oh. I mean, I have disadvantage, but kind of seems irrelevant right now.
Just a little. Okay. Okay. So anybody who did not get higher than a 15, you're going to take the full damage, which is 28. Anyone who passes gets half that.
I'm still down.
And what spell is this again? Sorry.
It's kind of it's low-key homebrew, but it's essentially like a gulf of flame just erupts from.
Turnuk goes flying back across the room, striking the wall, and slumps to the floor.
Yeah, same with the Cation.
Okay, who is?
I'm still up, magically still up with 6 hit points, but
Holy shit! Okay.
Up. How much was that? 36?
Ouch.
No, 8. I have 8 hit points left.
Okay, so who is still up? Yeah, Stavros. Who else?
I'm up.
Ogden.
Mm-hmm.
How's Vidalin doing?
I should have hit it.
Vidalin was at 5 hit points. Vidalin just disappears into the flames.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, incinerated.
Oh, your HP was. Oh
I was
shit.
at 5, yeah.
Oh my! What was your max HP?
17.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh yeah.
Wait, max 7? Wait. what was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, so if you. Okay.
I had terrible, terrible hit dice.
Wow. Oh, you rolled. Oh, I never roll. Oh, it's so painful. Oh.
How's Turnuk doing? He's down, right? Just it's plain old death saving throw time.
Yeah.
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 Does he have any?
Guys, it was
Hang on,
fun
hang on.
while it lasted.
Damn it! I forgot to use his thingies. Damn it! Damn it! Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
No. That's one fail.
Coughs up a little blood onto his chest.
Well then. Let us return to the top of the round. Stavros.
Oh yeah, I don't have a reaction to spend.
Are you
I'm
up?
down. I'm down.
Oh, you're down. No.
Yeah. I had 2 HP, even half of that downed me. I'm not dead yet, so.
You were badly burned. So. Davos.
Looking back to Turnuk, back at the sword, knowing what werewolves can do, he's going to disengage from the evil sword, and probably can't do it till his next turn, but attempt to pull Turnuk out into the hall.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely start taking him out. Very nice.
So that's his turn.
Vidalin is just Ash. unfortunately.
So
Yeah.
dead.
So very dead.
Oh, I'm gonna use a bonus action to redo the temporary hit points, one up to 3, in the event that it helps.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
Would that count as a death save success, Kiana?
Yes.
Yeah!
So everybody who is just unconscious can mark down a death save success.
Yay!
We'll allow it. Ogden,
Good DM is good.
you just watched Ridellen just get incinerated.
Yeah, and I'm.
By the
kinda
way, you don't want to know how shit I feel as a player right now for not stunning him the previous round, at least trying to.
Oh, we're all gonna die here. Well, we knew it was coming. It ain't no surprise. So,
go look around, look at the pile of dust.
oh no, it was such a cool arrow. Damn it.
I'm gonna use my last what's it called? My last healing light, D6 on Cation to get him up, and let's see here.
Thank you.
I guess I wanted a D6. You're welcome. I want to. Can I get rid of my
Whilst we
character sheet?
struggle, thank you very much to Lightfingery, who donates to give Turnuk a nat 20.
Amazing.
There you go.
Very, very nicely.
He's up.
That's
I'm
good.
up.
I'm at 4 HP then. Thank you.
Very nice. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do the layer stuff, and then I went, oh right, I have make it worse. Donated, so I made it worse.
Okay, well, he doesn't have to waste his nat 20 on his next death saving throw, because as I'm using healing light on Cation, we need to get out, go, move, and I run out of the room, kind of clutching my side, and I reach over and touch Turnuk and cast. I think it's my. Oh damn. Okay, never mind. I got one more. Cast Cure Wounds on him. And
You need to get up and hit it with the very finely crafted, perfectly normal sword that you were beating the shit out of it with earlier. I'm gonna go sit over here along the wall, or stand over along the wall for a second. You need to get up. Come on, Turnuk, you got this. You got this.
And
Does that get me up, Kiana?
Yeah, because practically when you go unconscious, you only go down to 0 unless you went all the way down to your max HP. So you'd be bumped up to however much that is.
you have 2
So-
hit points.
2 hit points, you wheeze as you are suddenly conscious again.
Yeah.
Everything hurts.
Yeah.
But
And yeah, that's I just kind of round the corners so I can't see this thing and lean up against the wall and that's it. Not bad.
Cation.
People are still in the room, right?
Yeah, Stavros is like, helping Turnuk out. They haven't quite gotten out of the room yet.
Oh,
Okay. I wanna stand up. I wanna jump at the sword, look behind me, and I wanna try to at least jump at it, see what happens, see if I can disorient it in some way. I want to prepare an action to use my mage hand on the door whenever I can, even with my dying breath. And I want to just get the sword out of here, and I call, "Get the fuck out of here. I got this," with a big smile towards you. And you know exactly how this is going to end probably. So yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yep. Okay.
wait, what did you? Oh,
I want to
jump at-
sacrifice myself for the party.
You jump at the sword and you prepare your mage hand. It is now Evanbane's turn. So, let's see. It's going to use 17 and 18.
On me?
Yes.
No, that's definitely a hit.
Yeah, you're the only one still standing
Yeah.
in front of it.
As long as these motherfuckers get out.
So that's the whole
Pardon my
fucking
language.
tons. But I will allow you to kind of use that last bit of your magic so that the door will close as soon as they're out.
Thank you.
So you just feel the sword it turns and just stabs into you right between your rib cage.
I just hold it so it stays in me instead of going towards the other guys, while I try to hold on to this magic to close the door as soon as these guys get out. And you still see the biggest smile ever that you've seen the entire evening on my face while you are at the entrance.
So, Turnuk.
Okay, I have so many questions.
Yes,
Cation is not true dead.
not true dead.
Eben Bane is looking injured.
If her sword could be bloodied,
Okay. As a
you know,
smith,
bits of it are
as a
coming out.
smith, how
Yes.
imperfect does the blade look right now?
It looks pretty damn bad. There were chips in its side. There were like deep curved scratches in it. Part of it had been melted by a fucking acid arrow.
So as the mage hand is closing the door, Turnuk's just like, no fucking way. And he's gonna dive through, inhaling deeply and igniting his fighting spirit, which gives him an extra 5 HP, which I completely forgot about earlier, and would have saved me. It also gives me advantage on attacks as I rush in. The first attack doesn't matter because I'm using a nat 20.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yes, gotta
so-
love streaming
Yep.
live, man.
Yep.
3, yeah, so I'm just gonna roll it again, just -3 off of that, so that's basically 21 and 31 so far, and then my next attack comes in with advantage. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing.
Yep.
41. No, 51. 51 total points of damage as I charge into the room to save my
Of a
friend.
magic weapon.
From a magic weapon.
friend.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
dear friend.
Hang on.
Yes?
10, 21, 30. Like 30 of that is necrotic, so I also heal a ton of stuff.
So, my dear friend, how do you want to do this?
I'm a simple man. I understand swords. I knock the pommel off and shatter the blade.
Yeah, so you
It's not-
managed to.
Pretty.
Yeah, so as Evan Blade pulls itself off of Cation, as he wheezes, as he falls unconscious, you just bring up the blood blade of burden and says, "Yes, you have proven yourself indeed." And you just pull off the pommel and just shatter this blade. And explodes into a million black metal shards. The forge goes quiet. The house goes quiet.
I fall down.
And as there's this silence that kind of hovers, there's a sound of like a groaning of a house as it seems to start to fall apart. You can hear crashing of wood somewhere in the house and more. Hear the splintering of walls and floorboards.
Well, we got the book. Let's go.
Someone taking Cation because he is down.
Oh yeah, like I'm already sheathing it. I mean, if I could fashion another strap or something on my normal greatsword buckle and carry both, that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
If not, I'll probably dump this my normal sword.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to dump your normal sword.
I can pick him up. I'll take him, and I'll.
I'm still unconscious and dying, by the way. Just saying.
So
Uh,
bleeding all over you as you. There's
Wait.
a great huge wound like in his chest.
Do we try and
got something.
heal him up here, or do we take him outside before the building falls over?
You just hear his breathing slower and slower and slower.
You can make me a death saving throw, actually, Cation.
Yeah, sure.
see how you're
Yeah,
doing.
Of course.
I'm gonna spin in the doorway, like, ha! And
Oh,
then,
not 20!
You're up.
Okay.
Somehow, perhaps with the shattering of the great sword, as your eyes kind of flutter awake. You are in so much pain. So much of you has been burned, slashed at, stabbed. But you're alive.
Okay, the first thing I do is I pull out of my backpack a torch and something to light it with. I light this torch. I pull out this one of these sticks I've got. Put out the blade. I kneel in front of Turnuk, and I say, "My friend, you have given to me what no other person would have ever given. By this, I declare my eternal loyalty to you." And I cut off my pinky, and then I sear it shut with the torch, and I hand him my pinky. Being a monk, this is quite important to me. I hope you understand. And I still sit there on one knee with my head bowed down and my hand raised with my pinky in it.
I guess he doesn't want to offend anyone. He'll just take the pinky. Thank you. Will you help me find my husband?
I absolutely will. I am eternally in your debt.
There is more creaking and groaning and crashing.
I take him by the shoulder, lift him up, and grab his non-burned hand and say, "Just call me
Let's
friend,
get the fuck out of
and let's
here."
go."
Yeah, we go.
I'm trying to
You-
scoop up
Davros will spare
Videllin.
one last look at Videllin.
One last thing.
Yeah, I do
him!
let out a tear towards Videllin that I've seen burn up in the same hit that got me. So yeah.
Wait. How old are you, Cation?
I'm. Good question. Let me look that up.
I love how you're having this conversation as you're rushing
Like,
out the house.
as we're rushing, are you young enough to be classed as a child?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Definitely not. I'm probably older than you, so.
Everything is starting to fall apart, but you manage to weave your way through. There are no dangers. Nothing seems to try to hurt you other than the house itself falling apart as you burst out through the front door. And as you get out to the front, you turn around and you see the house just collapse in on itself, finally lifted of its curse. And as you stand here, a little feeling, worn out, tired, hurt, there's that almost like an ease of mind, as whatever was weighing on you from the nightmares has disappeared. And as you have this kind of moment watching the house fall, the mist slowly encroach upon all of you and whisk you away. And that, my friends, is where we're going to leave it off for tonight. I know we ran over time, but I couldn't just shorten that fight. That was epic as fuck.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. The
That was one of
donation.
the best fights I've ever had, I must say.
God damn. Well, okay, it's late, you guys. Let's go round. Let's wrap up. So tell us your favorite bit, and then tell us all about where we can find you online, and post all your links and stuff in chat. And we went camera order last time. We'll go reverse camera order this time. So, Nick Andrews. Hi.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm from Vancouver. What do I like? I like tabletop games. I like BattleTech. If any of you out there play BattleTech, you want to play BattleTech, hook me up. Plane Shift, I want to get into that. Yeah, other than that, I mostly just hang out on Twitter to annoy people, and I'm pretty good at it. So feel free to bug me anytime, hit me up. It's all good. Thanks for watching the game, and thanks for having me, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
I'm sorry you died.
Videllen
Oh, hey,
really
you know what?
fucked up the sword.
Yeah,
Like-
you know, I got to do my thing, and that's all that matters, right? And it was great. I had fun.
Yeah. I was
We're
like,
gonna go down in a blaze of glory.
my plan was 100% like, oh, let's protect the wizard because I know wizards and wizards are strong. And then magic sword appears. Well, well, thank you anyway. Next up, we have Kyle.
Hey.
Oh,
what's
hi.
up? Kyle, I run a channel, our Twitch channel, Star Wars Initiative. Same thing, Star Wars Initiative Discord group, and we do games as well. We do community games and campaigns with just some of us. But yeah, you find me on Stalwart Geek at Stalwart Geek on Twitter, and also here on Scratch Channel when I can. And yeah, just always floating around, checking out tabletop games and specifically D&D and a couple others. But yeah, another fantastic game, Kiana, and wow, it was that was a clincher there. So I had a great time. Favorite moment was boy, I'd have to say, yeah, the just the massive round of attacks that Turnuk and Videllen gave that thing in one round. I thought, wow, I thought we were dead. And then seeing that amount of damage pumped out at this great being, realized there was some hope involved. So, and yeah, thanks for the donation of the sword. That was
Really?
definitely
Really
definitely
helped us
needed.
out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Kiana, we'll come to you last, our wonderful DM. Keishan.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I had a blast. So I'm here from Fumbles and Fame. That's how I got to know you as well. So we're a community of D&D and tabletop enthusiasts who have regular streams as well. So join us. I'll post a link in the chat. I'm so happy to do this, and I think I should do this way more often. I feel like, and I think my favorite moment of the night would be, yeah, I think you understand the moment that I thought I was gonna die and sacrifice my life for the party, because it was definitely, if I would have died, and I wouldn't have mind, especially it being a one shot, of course. It would have been my most epic death ever, because none of my characters have died so far. So even
we got close this time.
And it would have been a good moment, but yeah, and Turnuk saving my ass, and yeah, he's just forever in Turnuk's debt. So whenever Turnuk needs him, he's there.
No. Well, actually, to be fair though, that 2-part, you set him up, I knock him down. That was an awesome little scene. I loved it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you. So last of the players, we have Castle Mac Sean.
Well, gang, first, thank you. Thank you, Scrat, for hosting. Kiana, that was intense. It was creepy. It was gross at times, and I loved it. I enjoyed playing with all of you. I think my favorite moments, I think it was every piece of the characters. The sincerity of Turnuk, the confidence of Cation, Ogden just healing everybody back and forth, and Videllen that massive amount of damage. Each of them were just incredible. If you guys are looking to check me out, I'll put a link, but I'm at twitch.tv/CastleMac, where my wife and friends and I all game in person. We're doing Stroud on Sunday, so if you want more of Barovia and Ravenloft, check it out. And then I DM on Tuesdays for Princes of the Apocalypse. But thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you all. That was an amazing little one shot. I'm sorry, guys in chat. It looks like Nightbot's being a little slow. It might catch up in a minute. But yeah, I had an amazing little time in that one shot. I'm so attached to this character. I knew it was both a brilliant and terrible idea to text-based RP this with Kiana before we started. I think you guys in chat sort of noticed this is Fergus levels of attachment going on. And my favorite part was probably when I had the realization that Turnuk probably couldn't read.
Yeah.
Like, and suddenly everything just became so much harder. You have to find a book.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You have to find friends.
Yeah, exactly. I love the Sword Architect. Thank you so much. It really helped us out in a pinch. Kienna, the woman who is everywhere.
Yeah, I am everywhere. But oh my god, that was a wonderful start to the Ravenloft month. Thank you so much to all my players. You were so great. That was like I'm trying so hard to pick a favorite moment, and I can't, because I think you guys did wonderfully in terms of playing your characters, solving problems, kicking ass. That fight was so epic, intense. I if I'm gonna pick a favorite DM moment, it was the moment where I rolled the layer action damage, and there was just silence. I think as a DM, that's always a fun little moment to have. But no, this was fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. So in case you wanted to know, this is actually based off of a old Ravenloft module, Bane of the Shadowborn. I adapted it to my own stuff, but if you want to run a game that's similar to this, definitely check it out. But yeah, I am kind of all over the internet. I have the links over in chat now. But on Twitter, you can find me at KennaS, which is where I kind of talk about all things tabletop and that fun stuff. I am on a podcast called Lady Slaying Dragons, with me, two cool ladies talking about, tabletops and different aspects of it. Releases new episodes every Sunday. On Mondays, I'm over on Encounter Roleplay playing Call of Cthulhu in the afternoons. On Tuesdays, I'm on WebDM in the evenings, playing Starwood Bound with the Spelljammer 5e campaign. And also, I have a whole bunch of things I can't talk about yet, but will happen this month. New games I'm joining, which I'm very, very excited for. Because, you know what? What better way to spend my time than playing tabletops with super cool people that I get to meet over the internet? But yeah, other than that, you guys can find me here on Wednesdays, DMing one-shot wonders for the foreseeable future. I'm so excited to keep going with the Ravenloft. We're going to go to a different realm next week. It's going to be a different kind of creepy. But yeah, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it. And thank you so much, everybody in chat and my players, because this was super awesome.
Okay, so, me. Right, guys, scheduling. I'm going to fly through this because I've got stuff going on every day. So what day are we on? We're on Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, I'm on Encounter Roleplay doing the Larkspur sequence on City of Mist. On Friday, I'll be doing a one-shot at 4 p.m. EST, where I believe we're doing a train robbery. That might be that one, or it might have been... No, there's a new theme park in town. On Saturday at 12 at midday EST, we're doing the train robbery. At 5 p.m. EST, we are returning with the brothel crew, who are going to be going on another adventure. They've had 2 so far. It's turning into a floating campaign. On Sunday, we have the Scraticus Academy running for 12 hours from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. EST. We are doing, we've got Marcy Vellon hosting the first game with me, Chelsea, Tall Squall, Alice, and Zippy Zippo. Then I'm going to forget all the names before I get through this, but never mind. Then Chelsea's going to take the DM seat at 10 a.m. For me again and 4 others. Then I take the DM seat after that, and then lastly, Katie Faze is going to come and she's going to play some Honey Heist with us for the last 3 hours. And I've rolled an unhinged grizzly hacker with a top hat. It's going to be good. On Monday, we have maybe our second to last or third to last a Necromancer's Wish show from our running campaign. On Tuesday, I'll be back in with the premiere of our new campaign, Wizards and Wardrobes. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back here doing Barovia with Kienna S. So it's all happening here. I've just realised I've not given myself a day off this week. That's fine. if you guys want to get involved, here are the links you need. Discord, artwork, D&D, making characters, all that good stuff. It's all there. Twitter, if you want to get in a game, send me a DM on Twitter. I'll put you in the diary. We currently have spaces in the last 3 weeks of July, and I'll also be taking players for the Academy in July soon as well. It's going to be on the 7th of July. It's going to be a 24-hour stream next month because, hey, we just can't get enough D&D on this channel. Yeah, that's that. YouTube. I am up to speed on YouTube, except for the videos which are longer than 12 hours, which I can't upload for some stupid reason, but I'll figure it out eventually. I'm keeping up with the short videos. We'll get there. If you didn't know, I have a Patreon, so if you think that I'm insane for staying up this amount of time and feel like you could throw $1 my way, hey, that'd be appreciated, because I certainly think I'm insane. And lastly, I have a load of merch as well. But hang around, because we are not going to stick around. We are going to go straight over to raid Blue Jay. Who is currently live, I think. Just double checking that before I commit. Yeah, they're live. Let's go over there. They're playing that new like vampire game, which looks pretty cool. So we're gonna go check them out. Thank you so much, players. You've been amazing throughout. Kiana, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, but I'm so attached.
Oh, it's okay. You'll have chances to not thank me later as well as I continue to try to hurt Turnuk.
You can hurt Turnuk all you want. Hurt Turnuk, that's fine. You touch Istaros. Yeah. Anyway, that is it from us, guys. Thank you so much, all of you. Keep on evoking emotions. Stick around for loads of D&D. See you later. Bye.